That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
It's better late than never, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of True Capitalist Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I know that we're a little bit late on this evening's broadcast, folks, but yours truly had to take care of some business. You know what I'm talking about out here? I'm a capitalist out here. Money never sleeps, for Christ's sake, and I got to keep making it because I got to have it. But anyway, folks, before we get into anything, I want to remind everybody that this is episode number 170. 170 episodes of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into the first subject matter, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, all right? Go to the social networks, go to the forums, go to the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. There's all kinds of little buttons underneath the player right there in front of your face if you happen to be in front of a PC, all right? So let's go ahead and use and abuse those buttons underneath that player right there, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I'd like for everybody to, once again, retweet the broadcast, and let's go ahead and get into the first subject matter, because I know that everybody who has any kind of vested interest in the markets knows that they took it in the teeth today. Oh, my God, what a global sell-off on everything. Everything. Now, why exactly is this? Well, folks, let's talk about Greece for a second. Because, unfortunately, all the good news that we heard about Greece and about the agreements that the European Union agreed upon this debt crisis, unfortunately went completely kaput today. That's right. It went completely kaput because the Greek president or the prime minister, whatever you call this scumbag, this Papalopalopo, or whatever his name is out here, decided instead of actually implementing the austerity measures and actually obliging the European Union with its debt crisis resolution, you've got the Greece authority, the Greece government, wanting to put up this ridiculous idea of this crisis, this resolution, up for a referendum by the people. Can you believe this crap? Oh, my God, the leader of Greece went on television and said that the agreement reached at the European Union as it relates to the Greek debt is going to be referendum by the people. There's going to be a referendum by the people, and if the people want it, well, then they're going to implement it, for Christ's sake. So once again, folks, this is a little bit of the reason why you're seeing retractions in the market, because what we thought was settled last week is not settled. And we have to thank that ridiculous baklava-eating Greek leader, whatever you call this cue ball prick out here. Instead of implementing what needs to be implemented, he wants to prolong the chaos that's happening within his country. All right? And in my personal opinion, I personally believe that it would be within the best interest of the European Union if they just cut off Greece like it's a bad gangrene-infested limb, all right, and cut their freaking losses. You want my personal opinion, all right? I mean, here you've got people that are rioting in the streets in Greece, all right? They're killing people. They're throwing Molotov cocktails because they don't want to go back to work. Oh, they don't want to go back to work. They want to continue this stupid socialist failure, all right, this socialist failure of retiring at 45, having, 5-hour work weekday, 5-hour work days, 4 days out of the week work week, all right, 3-hour lunches and all this other crap. All right? I mean, if the EU is listening, why don't you cut off Greece and worry about the other countries within your Eurozone that are going to be suffering from the same predicament as this ridiculous Greece? And I'm talking about Italy. I'm talking about Portugal. All right? I'm talking about Spain. I'm talking about these countries out here, their EU, because we're going to be seeing more and more of this type of unrest happening within these countries. All right? So, instead of sitting here pussyfooting around with this ridiculous, dumbass Greek debt, this Greek debt crisis, this whole 9 yards, just cut it off, all right? Just cut it off like a bad gangrene-ridden limb, for Christ's sake, and let's move on, all right? I'm sick and tired of having this goddamn ridiculous piece of trash, stupid, pissant socialist country affect the global markets as it's done, for Christ's sake. But to be perfectly honest with you folks, I also believe that this wasn't the main factor of the sell-off today, all right? This wasn't the main factor of the sell-off. If you have not been keeping up with the MF Global, basically, fiasco that's happening here in America, all right? That's right. The liberal himself, former New Jersey governor, former New Jersey senator, now the CEO of this defunct financial faction called MF Global, is what's really spooking the markets out here, folks. And if you're not familiar with what's happening here, well, let me try to bring it to you in layman's terms, all right? MF Global decided that it was going to put, $6.5 billion in leverage debt in this ridiculous European debt crisis, this whole European crap, all right? They lost their ass on all these bets as it relates to, investing in these emerging markets in Europe, and lo and behold, they decided to delve into the consumer capital. That's right. If you had some kind of capital within MF Global, if you put some odd dollars in MF Global for trading purposes, futures trading purposes, so on and so forth, they actually intermingled, all right, consumer cash with their own personal investments, all right, which is the biggest sin in investment banking and investment firms all across this country. You are not supposed to intermingle your consumer funds with personal investment firm investment. You're just not supposed to do it. And unfortunately, folks, MF Global has been charged, and actually all evidence points to the fact that these people utilized and intermingled consumer capital with their own capital to offset the losses that they incurred betting on Europe, all right? I'm not joking. This is exactly what's happening. I mean, the CME Group, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which MF Global has seats on, completely froze its assets. All right? They were not trading. Anybody who has any assets with MF Global, you weren't able to pull them out. You weren't able to, conduct any business today, for Christ's sake. If you happen to have been a trader on the floor in the CME Group related to MF Global, you weren't able to go out, and you weren't able to just conduct business as usual, because not only is the CME Group investigating this intermingling with consumer capital and the investment firm's capital and leveraging that for bad bets and, basically pissing away the money on ridiculous financial ideas, all right? We've also got the SEC involved. We've got other federal agencies that are supposed to be overlooking this. Wasn't Dodd-Frank, the whole bill Dodd-Frank, wasn't it supposed to prevent stuff like this? Where are the regulators? Huh? Where were the regulators when John Corzine, who's the CEO of this ridiculous MF Global situation, where was Dodd-Frank and the regulators to prevent MF Global from utilizing consumer capital to offset the losses in its own investment firm capital? Where in the hell were they at, huh? This just goes to show you, folks, that regulation means diddly, all right? It means nothing. So, truth be told, this is what really spooked the markets. This is why you had almost 300 points down at the closeout for the Dow Jones Industrials, all right? I mean, the bottom line is that the reason that they passed all these financial regulations, you know, the Dodd-Frank bill and all these over-regulatory bureaucracies was to prevent stuff like this. I mean, the whole reason why you had financial institutions, which are now going back on those infamous $5 per month debit card fees. Have y'all heard about this one? The reason that you got Bank of America, Chase, J.P. Morgan, all these financial institutions charging a $5 per month debit fee is because these stupid, ridiculous regulations implemented by Dodd-Frank prevent them from charging certain prices to merchants and charging certain prices for other financial instruments that they utilize as products in their financial services. So as a result, because the government is prohibiting them from charging so much for this service, charging so much for that service, they've got to offset those losses by getting it somewhere else, all right? And, of course, everybody pissed and moaned about it. I mean, I was a little upset at the fact that, $5 a month to use your goddamn debit card. Well, what's really ridiculous is you've got these people that were so vocal, that were anti-$5 a month debit card, they think that they won something today. Because did you hear about the latest news? The financial institutions like Chase Manhattan, J.P. Morgan, and as of very recently, Bank of America, they are no longer going to basically implement that $5 per month debit card fee. They are not going to do it. They heard the people. And what's really funny about this scenario is that the people that made the biggest ruckus about it actually believe that they had something to do with this. They actually believe that they won something. Well, what's really unfortunate, folks, is that they're going to get the money, but they're going to get it somewhere else. All right, they're going to get it by upping the checking fees. They're going to probably up the price if you don't have direct deposit. There's going to be so many different methods and ways for the bank to achieve the capital that was going to be achieved by the $5 a month debit card fee. And what's really unfortunate is that all these people that were vocal and that they think they're winning something today because the banks bowed down to this $5 crap, you didn't win jack, all right? You just offset those profits that were going to be generated from the $5 a month debit card fee, and they're going to charge it somewhere else. All right? So you didn't win jack. But once again, folks, it's really not Europe that caused the major sell-off in today's markets. It was the MF Global fiasco, because we don't know how many other institutions did this same exact thing. I mean, we don't know if this John Corzine got this idea of utilizing consumer capital to offset losses in the investment firm's capital. We don't know if he did this because he assumed that this was industry standard. We don't know if he assumed that he could get away with it, if SEC knew about these sorts of things. You got to remember, folks, John Corzine was a bureaucrat. John Corzine was a senator. John Corzine was a damn governor of New Jersey, and he was a liberal. So anybody who should have known about these Dodd-Frank regulations, anybody who should have known about these new liberal ideas as it relates to the regulation of the financial industry, it should have been John Corzine. But, of course, it seems by his actions, and these were blatant actions. I mean, this is something you do not do. You do not utilize consumer capital to offset the investment firm's capital's losses. All right? It's ridiculous. Hold on just a second. We got some people that are bored in here. Let's start go ahead and kicking the people that are bored out here. How about that? How about we start kicking these people? Because you know what? These are the people that are going to be drains on our society, all right? These are the people that are going to be draining off of our goddamn taxpayer system, for Christ's sake. These people, I'm bored and I don't get it. I'm just going to continue to collect my entitlement programs and I'm just going to continue to collect all the government entitlements. That's what I'm going to do. I'm a loser. Kick all these stupid assholes out of here that are sitting here saying they're bored. You want to know why you're bored? Because you're a pathetic anal moocher of society. You don't have any kind of motivation to make yourself better. You don't have any kind of ambition to do something more than the loser, pathetic situation that you're in currently. So give me a break. Anyway, let's get through the markets for Christ's sake, all right? Because anybody who was in the market took it in the teeth, all right? Dow Jones Industrials was down majorly today. It was down 297.05 points, a percentage decrease of 2.48%. I mean, good God. And most of that came from financials. Most of that came from the spooking of the market. I mean, let me tell you, the implications of MF Global and it utilizing consumer capital to offset its losses is really kind of scary. It's kind of reminiscent to what happened in 2008. You understand? And this is why we have people out here selling off. I mean, they're selling off because, I mean, hey, this is a big reminder. It kind of reminds us of Lehman Brothers. Y'all remember that? When Lehman Brothers, went belly up and everybody decided not to do anything and, it was no big deal. It was just isolated to that financial institution, so on and so forth. And then the 2008 financial crisis happened. I mean, this is what it sounds like to me. I'm not trying to be an alarmist here. All right? But if these assholes on Wall Street, people like John Corzine and all these other idiots, utilize consumer capital to offset the losses that they incurred with the firm's capital, is unbelievably disgusting. All right? It's disgusting. And let me tell you something right now. If these allegations come to be truthful, I hope that John Corzine not only pays massive amounts of fines out of his own goddamn billionaire pocket, but this guy deserves to go to jail. He deserves to go to prison, and anybody else who's going to utilize these unscrupulous practices, should also go to prison as well. All right? And let's see how good these government regulators are at bringing these people to justice. All right? And moreover, where's Occupy Wall Street in all this, huh? I mean, John Corzine was a Democrat governor of New Jersey. John Corzine was a Democrat liberal senator from New Jersey, for Christ's sake. This was a man that helped craft a lot of the Dodd-Frank situation. This was a man that sat in on all the discussions in regulating the financial industry, for Christ's sake, huh? I mean, where's Occupy Wall Street as it relates to John Corzine? How come you're not occupying John Corzine's house right now, huh? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if John Corzine does get, investigated by the Department of Justice. Well, I don't know, Eric Holder, he's got his own problems, but somebody's going to prosecute this son of a bitch. And let's say Barack Obama does end up becoming a one-term president. I would bet my left arm right now that Barack Obama would pardon this sorry sack of crap, all right? Because, who was his biggest fundraiser out there on the East Coast, huh? I mean, why don't you just take a look for yourself? You do the research, all right? I'm not joking. So let me tell you something. John Corzine, even though they may throw his face as the culprit of this MF Global situation, I guarantee you, even if there's charges thrown against this guy, he's going to prolong the trial, and Barack Obama, I guarantee you, gives this man a pardon. I guarantee it. All right? Even though he should be in freaking prison. You know what I mean? Him and Bernie Madoff should become very close because of this situation here, but of course, it's not going to happen. All right? Not going to happen. Anyway, let's continue going. I want to get through these markets because these markets were horrible. Anyway, Dow Jones Industrials closes out at 11,658 points. Good God. Anyways, S&P 500 also down 35.02 points, a percentage decrease of 2.79%, closing out the S&P at 1,218.28 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ closing out down 77.45 points, a percentage decrease of 2.89%. Jesus Christ. Closing out the NASDAQ at 2,606.96 points for the NASDAQ composite. And for our brethren across the pond over there in Britain, the FTSE 100 is also down today down 122.65 points, a percentage decrease of 2.21%. And for all the German investors, I mean, they took it in the teeth majorly today. The DAX index, which is the exchange for Germany, was down tremendously, down 306.83 points, a percentage decrease of 5% on the freaking day, man. All right, 5% on the freaking day. Good Lord. I mean, let me tell you something. If I were German, I'd be a little pissed at these Greeks right now. That's what I'd be pissed off at, all right? Straight up. I'd be pissed off at these ungrateful socialist losers that are out here killing people, that are throwing Molotov cocktails because they don't want to go back to work. Give me a break. Should cut these idiots off and see what the hell they're going to do with themselves. How about that, huh? Just cut them off like cancer and see what the hell they're going to do. Jesus Christ. Who else we got going on over here? Anyway, let's get to the commodities market, because let me tell you, the commodities, I mean, they didn't do much better, all right? They did not do much better. I mean, you can tell that the whole market was spooked, not just because of the EU situation with that Greek leader wanting to put the EU debt crisis resolution to a referendum of the people, which was unexpected, but I'm telling you, this MF Global situation, I sincerely hope, all right, I sincerely hope that there is nothing more to this debacle of MF Global. I hope it's just isolated to MF Global, because if it isn't, folks, if we got other institutions doing the same goddamn thing, we could see another double dip recession. We could see another global meltdown like we saw in 2008. All right? I mean, this is not a joke here. All right? This is not a joke. This is a serious situation. This is why you have people in here that are out basically selling off their positions in everything, not just equities, but commodities, all right? No BS. I mean, let's get to commodities, for Christ's sake, all right? There wasn't much green there to begin with. We got Brent crude, and for all you ass clowns that don't know what Brent crude is, it's the crude oil that is consumed by Europe and Asia. It is down today a quarter, a percentage decrease of 0.23%, closing out the Brent crude futures at $109.31 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline futures up slightly today for some reason. I guess this is a pretty volatile market. I guess you got to put your money somewhere. Gas is up $1.50, a percentage increase of 0.16%. Heating oil futures are down majorly today. Major sell-off today, down $2.04. Well, I shouldn't say major, just look that way as far as the dollar is concerned. It's down 0.67%. Natural gas was the one I was looking at. Natural gas is the one that took it in the teeth today. You're talking about a volatile market. It is down 15 cents today, a percentage decrease of 3.89% on the day for natural gas. Good God. Let's go to WTI sweet crude futures, shall we? Because they're down today $1, a percentage decrease of 1.07%, closing out WTI sweet crude at $92.19 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. You would think that all the sell-off all across the board, that you would actually believe that there would be some sell-offs in the goddamn WTI sweet crude sector. But nah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue going. We got agriculture in here. Canola futures are down today, $3.80, a percentage decrease of 0.72%. Everybody who was capitalizing on cocoa, man, they sold off today. Cocoa was down $96. Jesus Christ. I mean, good God. Percentage decrease of 3.56% on the day for cocoa. Let's get to coffee, because coffee is continuing its sell-off. It's down today $3.30, a percentage decrease of 1.45% on the day for coffee. So, once again, it looks like it's getting cheaper, you know. For all you coffee nuts out there, and what was it, 90-something% of America, drinks coffee? I mean, I hate coffee. I can't stand coffee, you assholes, all right? I mean, and the reason I can't stand it, because first of all, it tastes like crap, all right? But secondly, I cannot stand the excuses people give for being jerk dicks in the morning, you know? I mean, it's the number one excuse is, hey, dude, don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Just don't talk to me unless I have my coffee. Just shut up, all right? Shut up. Anybody anybody who says that, they deserve a slap to the face, all right? Straight up Ike Turner bitch slap style. Stupid assholes. I'm sick of you coffee nuts, man. I mean, you're the idiots that, gave the asshole who started Starbucks Coffee the $1 billion that he has, selling cups of coffee to you morons. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's enough. And no, you idiots, I'm not un-American because I don't like coffee, all right? Coffee isn't even made in America. Stupid idiots. Anyway. Where the hell was I, engineer? I lost my place because these idiots in the chat room are trying to be text chat warriors, and they're pissing me off. Where the hell am I? All right, here we are. We're at corn. Corn futures. I mean, did anybody see corn? It's the only winner in today's commodities markets. Well, there were some other winners. I'll take that back. But the major winner in agriculture. I mean, corn is up $7.25, a percentage increase of 1.12% on the day for corn. So while everything else is taking a dive, it looks like the investors went into the damn corn market, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, where's the consistency, you pussy-whipped investment community? Where's the fundamentals of investing? They've gone completely out the window, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, where the hell am I? Oh, yeah, we're back at corn here. We've got cotton. It is down today, a major sell-off, $2.75 on the negative for cotton, a percentage decrease of 2.69% on the day for cotton. Now, please, I mean, we're seeing major decreases in cotton as of late, all right? Now, can you fruity-ass males under the age of 35, under the age of 30, finally start wearing crap that fits you now, man? I mean, I know I keep going over this particular subject matter, but it pisses me off. All right, it pisses me off every time I'm walking home from the office and I see these over-feminized fruit bowls actually sporting shorts and shirts that, prominate their man boobs, for Christ's sake. I mean, you could see these disgusting, despicable man boobs, through their goddamn Ed Hardy shirts that they're paying $95 a pop for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, can you put some clothes on now? I mean, cotton's cheap, assholes. Put on some clothing that fits you. There's no need to buy this clothing that's 8 times too small. I mean, have you seen some of the jeans that are coming out of this Abercrombie bitch and Hollister? And have you seen these jeans, for Christ's sake? Have you seen them? They're freaking leggings, for Christ's sake, man. You might as well call them denim pantyhose for males. All right? I'm serious. Denim pantyhose for males, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. And then the shirts ain't much different. All right? I mean, the shirts aren't much different. I mean, they're 8 times too small. They're showing off man tits. And if some of these guys got beer guts, for Christ's sake, they look like they're pregnant. And these people, and what's really funny about it is not only are they wearing this crap, but have you noticed this trend of people not ripping off the tags of crap? Haven't you noticed this crap? I mean, I've seen this all over Austin, Texas. Assholes that are buying these Ed Hardy shirts and Hollister and Abercrombie bitch and all this other nonsense, and they're not tearing off the tags. Huh? I mean, they're not tearing off the tags, for Christ's sake. I mean, what is up with that shit? What is up with that crap? I mean, are you trying to show off? Yeah, baby, I'm a baller. Yeah, I paid $95 for this Ed Hardy shirt right here, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I paid $85 for your Ed Hardy shirt. I paid $95 for the jean right here, baby. I paid another $50 for this hat I got on my head, baby. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm sick of this trend. All you idiots that are wearing tags on your crap while you're wearing it, I mean, seriously, you're losers, all right? We know what you're doing. Us capitalists know what you're doing, all right? You're wearing it because it's trend right now, and for some reason, I guess, I don't know, you're trying to correlate leaving your tags on your clothing while you're wearing it to Birdman leaving the paper on the window of every new car that he buys. I mean, there is no correlation there, my friend, all right? There is no correlation, all right? You're a loser. What you're trying to do is keep the tag on. You're wearing it up. You're probably crotch-smelling the pants. all right? You're probably pitch-smelling the shirt, and you're actually going to throw this on eBay and sell it for retail sale. I know that's what you idiots are doing. I know it, and anybody else knows it too, all right? You idiots are out here, you're crotch-smelling up the goddamn pants, you're pitch-smelling the shirts, and you're throwing it on eBay saying,
oh, this is completely brand new, never been worn before. Never been worn before, ever.
So anyway, I didn't mean to get off on a diatribe about cotton, but that's enough, all right? Start buying some clothes that fit your little fruity asses, you stupid scumbags. Anyway, we got wheat futures down today, $6.50, a percentage decrease of 0.90%. Sugar is also down today, 43 cents, a percentage decrease of 1.67%. Soybean, a major sell-off on soybean, $14.75, a percentage decrease of 1.21%. I mean, lumber is also down today, $4, a percentage decrease of 1.66%. Oat, seeing some slight bit of gain in a sea of red today. It is up 50 cents, a percentage increase of 0.15%. We've got soybean oil futures down 37 cents today, and wool futures. It looks like everybody stayed at Queen Latifah's house because it looks like nobody came out for the wool futures today because wool is unchanged today. Unchanged for wool. Now let's get to the metals, shall we? Because the metals, you would have thought that you would have saw some increases in the metals since you saw this major sell-off in the equities, right? Wrong. I mean, no, I'm serious. You would have thought that, hey, we saw, 2+% on the decreases in most stock indexes in the equities market. You would think that you'd see a spike in metals, right? Wrong. I mean, Jesus Christ, did you see metals today? I mean, look at copper, all right? It is down today $12.95, a percentage decrease of 3.57% decrease on the day. Now, that's kind of expected because, you got copper correlated a lot with the equities markets because, let's be honest, copper is a major component to appliances and most durable goods. And when we see decreases in the equities markets, we're obviously going to see decreases in the coppers markets. Now, let's get to gold, shall we? We got gold also down today, $13.40. It was actually down lower than that earlier in the day. I saw gold down $40 today, for Christ's sake. But right now, it's $13.40 down, a percentage decrease of 0.78%, closing out gold at $1,711.80 per troy ounce of gold. Now let's get to silver, shall we? Because it's all major decrease today in silver. Silver was down $1.62, a percentage decrease of, get this, 4.72% on the day. I mean, good God! I mean, where's the consistency there, investment community, you pussy-whipped jerks? But once again, I think this is temporary, folks. In my personal opinion, this is just a helter-skelter market. The investors don't know where the hell to go. They don't know where the hell to go, for Christ's sake. So I'm still bullish on both these metals. All right, and that's all there is to it. I mean, the government isn't stopping its spending. All right, I know that we got this debt committee coming out, going to make its suggestions here, I don't know, by Friday or next week, whenever the hell these damn bureaucrats are going to make their suggestions for cutting in the American government. But I don't think that they're going to cut worth diddly. I think that all the cutting that they're going to suggest, this super cutting tax subcommittee or super committee or whatever the hell it's called, I think that all the cuts are going to be purely cosmetic. And they're going to have to continue to spend on a lot of the things that Barack Obama is signing in as executive orders. And we're going to talk about that later on, all right? But once again, I'm still bullish, and as long as this government continues to be fiscally irresponsible, I'm always going to be bullish on these particular metals. All right, now let's get to livestock, shall we? Because there's the only green in today's commodities markets. You want to talk about major green? I mean, let's take a look at livestock, all right? We've got live cattle up today, $3. Yeah, Jesus Christ. While everything's going down, of course, things that I like, things that I like to consume as vices are going up. Yeah, great. That's just great. Cattle is up $3, a percentage increase of 2.53% on the day. Jesus Christ. Unfreaking believable. And on top of which, cattle feeder All right, cattle feed is up $2.85. That's a percentage increase of 1.97%, for Christ's sake. You know, I mean, so while everything's going down, all the good food, you know, all the good beef, everything is going up, for Christ's sake. How convenient. It looks like the 99% are going to continue to have to, you know, buy big, large quantities of ramen noodles and Spam, because it doesn't look like these livestock prices are going to go down anytime soon. All right? Anyway, who else? Oh, yeah, we got all you assholes that like to shove a couple of ham bones down your goddamn gullet, for Christ's sake. Lean hog futures is up modestly today, 7 cents, a percentage increase of 0.09%. And let me tell you something else, you idiots. I'm sick and tired of you assholes making these YouTube videos calling me a freaking ham bone, all right? The only reason that I made that word popular on this broadcast was so that you idiots that pass by these fat jelly bastards that are riding around hover-rounds and motor scooters in shopping malls and supermarkets can just pass by these idiots and just say it as you're passing by. Don't even make eye contact. Just say, ham bone. Fat, greasy-ass, smelly ham bone. I mean, it's that simple, all right? If they hear ham bone enough, I almost believe that some of these fat asses will either put themselves out of their misery or actually get on a freaking treadmill and put the freaking fork down, all right? I'm looking at it as more of a public service, all right? And for all you idiots that are calling me a freaking ham bone, go shove it up your ass, all right? I'm not a freaking ham bone, assholes. I'm not a freaking ham bone. Anyway, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Jesus Christ, folks. I mean, you know, I hope everybody had a safe Halloween yesterday. Everybody have a good Halloween, little holiday? Did you go to the damn Halloween little parties? Did you get lucky with your broad in her French maid outfit? Or if you're a woman, I mean, did you get lucky with your man dressed up as some kind of fruity cop from the Village People or something? I mean, I want to know. I want to know, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, let's take a couple of calls, see what people did for Halloween before we get into the first subject matter. How about that? I want to know what people did for Halloween. 646-652-4869. I'm curious, all right? I'm curious what the hell you did. So let's go ahead and take some calls here, and hopefully we have some people that did something responsible. Hopefully we have some stories that are interesting. Hopefully we got some personalities. Hopefully we got somebody out there on the internet actually living life. Let's go ahead and see if we got them, all right? Area code 951, what'd you do for Halloween?
Yeah, hi.
What's going on?
Hey, just, you point out hole.
What? Take whatever you got in your mouth and take it out, for Christ's sake, all right? 779, what's up? What do you think about Halloween? Man, look at these idiots. I mean, Helen Keller deaf mutes, for Christ's sake. Shut up, all right? Shut up, all right? Right when I'm about to hang up on you, that's when you start talking, huh? You stupid Helen Keller deaf mute jerk dick, for Christ's sake. I mean, what did you idiots do? Are you posting my goddamn number? Are you posting my goddamn radio show on deaf mute websites or something, man? I mean, I'm sick and tired of you idiots not saying a goddamn thing. 561, what'd you do for Halloween?
Oh, hey, Ghost. I went to a Halloween party for this Halloween.
Oh, yeah?
And it got quite a bit
it?
crazy, if I just say so myself.
Explain. I mean, what would they spike the punch? Did somebody get up on a damn table, get naked? Explain to us.
Well, there was a bit of underage drinking there. And apparently someone who felt it was their responsibility called the cops on us.
Uh-oh.
And needless to say, it all went downhill from there. People fled the party. My mom got scared. She sent me to live with my aunt and uncle in Bel Air. I mean, it was the worst thing ever.
I mean, that's horrible. For Christ's sake. I mean, I can't believe that here you are. You're going to go out there to Bel Air, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you something else about Bel Air and that Fresh Prince meme. I don't understand why you assholes like it. I mean, it is the biggest slap in the face to everybody who's actually, having to live strife in America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Will Smith, you know, some stupid loser from Philadelphia. Of course, I'm talking about the character, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? And because his dumbass single dish rag whore of a mammy can't take control of her responsibility, what does she do? She goes and calls her sister, who happens to be married to some rich, well-off bastard in Bel-Air, and decided, yeah, baby, I'm going to dump my kid off on you because you got all the money, baby. You got all the money. I ain't got nothing. I'm out here in Philadelphia, baby. I mean, you're talking about a show based upon irresponsibility. I mean, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a complete show made off of irresponsibility, for Christ's sake. Stupid, dumbass bastards. All right, let's take some Skype callers. Maybe they got some decent stories on what the hell they did for Halloween, huh? Alabama, what's up? What'd you do for Halloween?
Have a happy Halloween, 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 have a happy Halloween.
Shove your goddamn remix up your clogged up pooper, all right? We're talking about what you did for Halloween, all right? Put the goddamn audio files and shove them up your goddamn corn-fed ass crack. All right, who else we got? We got Sake TTS. What's up? What'd you do for Halloween? Yeah, look at just another Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Who else we got? We got GGC Tuck. What's up? What'd you do for Halloween?
Kill your family, kill your family, kill your...
Jesus Christ, that's an old meme, for Christ's sake. Can you come up with something a little bit better, for Christ's sake? Come on! Come on, man! You guys are lame, man! Jesus Christ! Lame-ass bastards, for Christ's sake. I mean, what are y'all idiots watching, Monty Python and getting cues from that stupid, dry-witted piece of crap? I mean, what are y'all doing, man? This is horrible. All right, I want to talk to somebody who had a decent Halloween. That's what I'm trying to look for here. Area code 617, what'd you do for Halloween?
I don't know, man, but I still haven't had my coffee yet.
Yeah, well, you deserve a hot cup of coffee to the face, you asshole. 909, what'd you do for Halloween? We're not hearing audio files, all right, you unoriginal prick. I mean, I know that you're ashamed of your voice and you're afraid that I'm going to call you out for the fruity-ass butt-lover fairy that you are, but... I mean, come on. I mean, grow some nuts. Start talking with your own voice, all right? 703, what'd you do for Halloween? There's that vibrator again, for Christ's sake. 626, or 262, what'd you do for Halloween? We're not listening to audio files, asshole, all right? Stop trying to. 205, what's up? What'd you do for Halloween?
Hey, what up, man? I went with my nephew, took him trick-or-treating. And
cool.
After that, we went to a damn party. Well, not my nephew, but me and my friends, we went to a party. I got a little tore up. It was a good Halloween.
Oh, yeah?
Shout
Did you happen to have any females at this party that you possibly hooked up with some French maid outfit or dressed up like a nurse or something of that nature?
Well, no, I didn't get, wasn't too lucky, but it was a pretty cool party, you know, hanging out with some friends, doing a little drinking,
cool.
You know.
I hear you. Did you have some keggers out there? Did you have open bar? What'd you have?
Oh, shit, man, we had a little bit of everything. There was some liquor, you know, some beer. I was mainly drinking Jack and Coke. It was
Jack and Coke, that ain't too bad. No, I hear you, man. Hey, 205, good for you, man. That's what I'm talking about, all right? Sounded like a pretty decent Halloween. Didn't get too crazy out here. I mean, but inevitably, I know that there was some crazy activity. Did y'all hear about the New Orleans fiasco on Halloween? I know I'm supposed to talk about that later, but let's just talk about it right now so I can get it out of the way, you know, since we're on the Halloween kick, all right? Out there in the bustling touristy area of Bourbon Street in the French Quarter, it looks like, some brothers out there decided that they didn't like the little Halloween festivities and started busting caps right in the middle of the French Quarter, for Christ's sake, killing 2 people, shooting 16 people, all right? All right, isn't that great? Oh, that's great, isn't it? Over there on Bourbon Street, just imagine you're one of these tourist schmucks that thought, hey, I'm going to go ahead and throw a bone to New Orleans. You know, been suffering from a lot of natural disaster tragedy, and it's been suffering from a lot. So I'm going to go out there to New Orleans and give them some of my capital and celebrate Halloween out there. And before you know it, you're out there getting caps busted upon you, for Christ's sake. My goddamn sick, sadistic urban criminals, for Christ's sake. And let me explain why I'm saying urban criminals, because the mayor of New Orleans, Mayor Mitch Landrieu, all right, held a press conference today and said that there is a culture of violence, and I'm quoting this, man, a culture of violence that involves young black men with illegal guns that has plagued this city, and it must be stopped. All right? This is not my words, all right? This is the New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu's words in a press conference today, saying, as it relates to the shooting on New Orleans Halloween night, wounding 16, killing 2 people, and I'm quoting, he said that there is a culture of violence that involves young black men with illegal guns that has plagued the city, and it must be stopped. It's about time that some mayor of one of these crime-plagued cities started talking seriously about the crime element of their particular municipality, all right? Because let's be honest here, all right? Let's be completely honest. This situation in New Orleans is something that has been not just prevalent in today's New Orleans post-Katrina. It was there pre-Katrina also, all right? I remember pre-Katrina in the 90s, going to Mardi Gras. Yeah, I went to Mardi Gras, you assholes, all right? Going to Mardi Gras, and believe it or not, one of the things that we had to look out for out there at Mardi Gras were but black folks that had razor blades in their hands, and they were actually going out in back of people, slicing them back, slicing them at the, as they passed by them, for Christ's sake, sticking them with a razor blade corner. I kid you not, this was prevalent in the 90s. At Mardi Gras, for Christ's sake. And now that we're seeing it graduate from razor blades to guns, I think that there needs to be something done about the criminal activity that's happening, not just in New Orleans, but throughout the nation of the United States of America. All right? I mean, that's all there is to it, for Christ's sake. And one thing that I have suggested, and I'm going to continue to suggest, is that everybody who lives in a neighborhood, and I'm talking about a good neighborhood. I mean, if you live in a substandard area of town because, unfortunately, that's all you can afford, well, just try to stack your chips and move up to a better neighborhood, please, all right? Don't just succumb to the fact that that's your reality and there's nothing you can do about it. There's plenty you can do about it, all right, asshole? Get to a better damn neighborhood. But, and I'm talking to the homeowners. I'm talking to capitalists. You need to get together with all your neighbors all over your neighborhood, all right? Go door to door, all right? Hold a huge barbecue if necessary, all right? Or hold, some kind of an indoor festivity with punch and crackers, whatever the case might be. Organize the people within your neighborhood. And once you organize them, start asking them, start basically suggesting to them that they need a neighborhood watch program. And I'm not talking about a neighborhood watch program where people are in their houses, they're looking through their mini blinds in the windows and stuff like that. I'm talking about a real neighborhood watch program. I'm talking about 5, 6, 10 people in the neighborhood going out walking armed with weapons. And in Texas, you can actually walk around armed with a concealed firearm. So I would strongly advise that if it's legal in your state. But just start walking your neighborhood between peak crime hours. And typically that's between, the hours between 10 to 4 in the morning on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all right? And start looking for any of these people that are not a part of your neighborhood, walking through your neighborhood with a backpack on, huh? Look for all the suspicious cars that are just kind of lurking, all right? And if you see somebody walking through your neighborhood and you're unfamiliar with this person, you are within your moral, ethical, and legal right to go up to that person and ask them, hey, who are you? What are you doing here? Huh? And if they say, well, I'm just passing through, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect, well, then just escort them to the end of your neighborhood and tell them to piss off, all right? But let me tell you something right now. If they start getting uppity, all right, if they start, trying to, ghetto and start pushing you around, well, you are within your right to dispense disciplinary action with extreme prejudice on that perpetrator, all right? And this is why you have to travel with about 6 to 10 people, so that when the cops are called, because you're probably going to have to call them, all 10 of you can say the exact same story, that this individual got completely belligerent and started attacking the group, and as a result, the group had to respond accordingly by implementing disciplinary action on these perpetrators out here. And on top of which, make sure to drag one of these sons of bitches onto your lawn, so not only can you charge these assholes with assault on the group of people that are watching the neighborhood, but on top of which you can charge them for trespassing. And the cop has to oblige that. All right? The cop has to oblige it. And this is the only way we're going to be able to take our neighborhoods back. This is the only way that we're going to be able to make our neighborhoods safe for children to walk in. I mean, did you hear about this poor little girl in Texas, for Christ's sake? I mean, Jesus Christ. Did y'all hear about this poor little girl in Texas? Snagged by a family freaking friend, for Christ's sake. I wouldn't call him a family friend, more like a family acquaintance. They just knew of this idiot, I'm assuming through the neighborhood or through the area that they were visiting. This poor little girl got snagged, snagged right in broad daylight, and she was found killed and molested. I mean, it's just gross. I mean, it's just pathetic. We need to stop this because the cops aren't doing it. I mean, right now, if the cops aren't sitting there trying to police these idiot Occupy Wall Street protests across the country, on top of which they're out here having to make money for the municipality. And I guarantee you, I've got proof. I've got goddamn proof that police officers and deputies and all law enforcement utilize writing tickets as not only a means of funding the municipality, but also as a means of funding officer overtime. All right? I kid you not, this is a fact. All right? This is coming from sources that I know within law enforcement precincts in Texas. These idiots are actually utilizing ticket writing as a means of paying their overtime. All right? I'm not joking, folks. If you think I'm lying, I would like somebody to, a file for, one of those open acts, one of those documentation subpoenas, and start hitting up some of these damn municipalities in Texas. And I kid you not, you're going to find that there is beyond evidence. There's just blatant abuse and vulgar display of power as it relates to officers utilizing ticket writing and other approaches of obtaining revenue through individuals so that they can not only fund the municipality, but also fund their overtime. Huh? That's just great. So that's why I'm saying, folks, it's going to take us, the capitalist, to clean up our streets. All right? It's going to take us, the individuals that are the Vokes of this society, to go out and clean up our neighborhoods. Because without us, folks, we're going to have nothing but people like these scumbags that are squatting in parks all across the nation calling themselves Occupy Wall Street. All right? I mean, piling up mounds of trash, taking craps in the street, pissing in the street, for Christ's sake. So it's utterly disgusting, all right? Once again, and now that we can scratch this off the list, Halloween night shooting in New Orleans, leaving 16 shot, 2 dead, for Christ's sake. That's just great. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go ahead and go into the first subject matter of the broadcast, because nobody has any interesting stories. As a matter of fact, give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Give me a drink. Nobody has any goddamn interesting stories out here. Good stuff there. So let's go ahead and talk about the first subject matter, and I want to talk about my man, Herman Sugar Cane, baby, because there is a smear campaign directed at this man because they know, and when I talk about they, I'm talking about the liberals, because this is purely orchestrated by liberal media. Politico, MSNBC, NBC are the culprits of this sexual misconduct story that should not even be an issue, But the only reason it is an issue is because these disgusting, despicable media outlets are making it an issue. All right? I mean, don't you understand that these cases were settled out of court and there should be no talk about these cases whatsoever, for Christ's sake? None whatsoever. All right? But no, you've got these media outlets sitting over here prodding, you know? They're sitting over here trying to elaborate and basically antagonize this media circus, this blatant smear campaign, all right? I mean, what's happening to Herman Cain in the press is a modern-day lynching, for Christ's sake, and everybody in the media covering this ridiculous nonsense is a freaking racist, all right? Yeah, that's right, I said it. Everybody out here covering the sensationalistic, non-political, disgusting story is a freaking racist. I said it. You're a racist prick. MSNBC, you're a racist. All right? NBC, you're a freaking racist. And for Politico, you're definitely a racist. All right? That's all there is to it, for Christ's sake. And you know what's really unfortunate? I tried to allude to this yesterday. That, I mean, settling out of court against people that are going to sue you is part of doing business, folks. I mean, it's the dangers. All right, it's the dangers of doing business, especially if you're a sole proprietor. All right, I mean, you know, there was a lawyer out in California, believe it or not, and you can actually look this up. There was a lawyer in California that they're just going around businesses across California, making sure that they were up to code as it related to some state-based handicap. I don't know, some kind of code as it relates to allowing handicaps a certain amount of footage to be able to fit their wheelchairs within doors or something of that nature, something related to the Disabilities State Act. It's not Federal Disabilities Act, the State Act out there in California. Well, believe it or not, you actually had a California attorney just at will, at random, taking sole proprietor businesses to court. All right? Taking sole proprietor businesses to court because they didn't oblige this state regulation that was not really enforced by the state of California to begin with. All right? Because the state of California can't even, you know, enforce their own codes as it relates to building on houses, for Christ's sake. What makes you think they're going to be able to maintain this ridiculous stringent code as it relates to this state handicap initiative? But because this attorney read the books about the law, knew the law, was a disgusting scoundrel as it related to being a ambulance-chasing lawyer, he saw this loophole and he decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and sue personally on behalf of crippled people everywhere, each and every business that doesn't oblige by this technical handicap state code regulation, for Christ's sake. And I kid you not, sole proprietor businesses had to settle out of court with this son of a bitch for several thousand dollars for him to go away. Yeah, they had to settle out of court for several thousands of dollars, and if not, they would have went all the way to goddamn trial and would have sued these people for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can you believe this crap? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jesus Christ, what a joke. What a freaking joke. Oh, my God. And you see, the reason that I'm relating this is because this is the way it is, all right? I mean, the price of doing business means that you're going to end up with cases like this, all right? I mean, anybody can throw an allegation at anybody, all right? I mean, let me tell you something right now. If you're alone with somebody in a room, all right, you can allege that that person was trying to take the balls out of your pants and go to a district attorney, and you can go ahead and write down all the supposed alleged incident, and believe it or not, you've got yourself a case, not only legally as it relates to criminal charges, but also litigiously as it relates to civil charges, for Christ's sake. So, unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of these instances where you've got people that are not just suing because, oh, I tripped and fell, or, oh, you don't have this type of code, but also, folks, this idea of sexual harassment. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, this is a weird conversation to have because nobody has it, all right? Nobody out there has it whatsoever. all right? Let's start talking a little bit about sexual harassment as it relates to doing business. Well, sexual harassment means that it's your word against somebody else's word, especially if you're in power, all right? And that's all sexual harassment is. It's about somebody utilizing somebody's power against them, all right? That means if you're alone with somebody in some room of sorts and that person makes an allegation, well, it's your word against theirs, all right? And on top of which, no company wants anything sexual harassment related to go public, whether it's true or unfounded, all right? So they're going to try to keep it quiet. They're trying to, putting it in a tight circle within the damn corporation or the company. And unfortunately, a side effect of these types of cases is you got to settle out of court with these whores, all right? I mean, you throw the goddamn chat room on lockdown, engineer. I'm sick of these spamming pricks. Put the goddamn chat room martial law on, for Christ's sake. All right? But the bottom line is that you got a lot of these broads that know that they can get money off of, sitting there and alleging certain actions that didn't or did take place. I mean, just look at Mike Tyson, all right? Mike Tyson was a guy who went to prison for a rape that the evidence shows that he did not commit. I mean, how many women do you know go up to your hotel room at 2 or 3 in the morning just so you can sit back and watch old reruns of infomercials, okay? It doesn't work, all right? It doesn't work. You stupid milky lickers. It doesn't work. Now, you know what real sexual harassment is? I'll tell you what real sexual harassment is, all right? Is when somebody who owns a company or is the boss of a company or something of that nature blatantly tells a woman, hey, you want to move up in the company, you want an extra raise, you want this and that, get on your knees and suck the sap out of my goddamn testicles like it's a freaking syrup tree, all right? That, my friends, is sexual harassment. What Bill Clinton did to Paula Jones was sexual harassment, all right? What Bill Clinton did to all those women back in the 90s was sexual harassment. Just pulling his wang out saying, hey, you want to come on over here, honey, service this area? That is sexual harassment. What Herman Cain is alleged of doing is nothing in comparison. These are just allegations. This is a smear campaign, and I am sick, all right? I am sick of people being able to hurl allegations against people that are completely unfounded with no type of proof whatsoever. So, Jesus Christ. This is a modern-day lynching, what's happening to my man Herman Sugar Cain. And let me tell you something, Mr. Cain, the capitalists back you up. We will sit here and continue to back you up. We're not going to sit here and allow this left-wing conspiracy to smear your name because they know that you're a threat to Barack Obama's tenure as president for a second term. That's why they're doing it. I mean, look at the people releasing the story. Look at the people releasing it. Politico, Politico, for Christ's sake. I mean, who the hell else do we got here? We got NBC, MSNBC. I mean, MSNBC. I mean, they got that muff diver, Rachel Maddow, as one of their formidable mouthpieces for this damn news organization. I mean, good God. I mean, come on. This is a blatant left-wing conspiracy, and let me tell you something right now. The capitalists are not going to stand for it, all right? The capitalists are not going to stand for it, and I hate to say this, all right? I genuinely hate to say this, but this is the cost of doing business, folks. If you're an important businessman, if you're somebody who's making a lot of money, this Herman Cain story should tell you something. It should tell you that if you own a business, you should have your business under surveillance 24 hours a day, and that means putting cameras up everywhere. That means putting microphones everywhere. That means making sure that if you're in a room alone with one person, you better make sure there's 2 or 3 people in there observing, all right? I mean, just look at all the famous rich folks that get alleged with these types of false indictments, huh? I mean, look at, what is it, Ben Roethlisberger, a good example, all right? Ben Roethlisberger has been alleged of sexual misconduct, about 2 times already, all right? And, what it comes out to be is that Roethlisberger is usually in these environments which, has these types of actions like, playing grab ass with whores in the middle of dance clubs. It's prevalent, all right? It's prevalent throughout the whole demographics that's attending the goddamn event. But because Ben Roethlisberger decides to play a little grab ass with one of the goddamn, club whores who's dancing on the damn table or whatever the hell she's doing, showing off her camel toe, all right, all of a sudden, right in the middle of a grab ass session, I guess she said no under her breath or something. I mean, nobody heard this. I mean, nobody saw any kind of apprehension as it related to this broad all over Ben Roethlisberger, but all of a sudden, next couple of days, Big Ben Roethlisberger is charged with sexual harassment, all right? I mean, it's just stupid, man. It's unbelievable, and anybody who's going to believe this Herman Cain story, you're just a racist piece of crap that doesn't want to see America's first true black president. That's what you are, all right? Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. We're already 5 minutes into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we take calls as it relates to this Herman Cain fiasco, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, all right? Go to the social networks. Go to the forums. Go to the blogs and spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, for Christ's sake. All right? There's all kinds of little buttons underneath the damn player there, all right? There's all kinds of little buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby. All right? It's just a freaking click, you lazy pricks. Anyway, I'm afraid to even ask the engineer. Engineer, do we have any goddamn Twitter shout-outs to be given out here, engineer? Well, according to the engineer, we do have a few Twitter shout-outs to be given out. And, of course, if you want a shout-out right here, right now on the air, what you need to do is go to my Twitter account, Ghost Politics, all one word, no underscores, Ghost Politics, and retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account. It's that simple, all right? It's that damn simple. Retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account. Let's go ahead and take it from the top here. We've got some asshole named I Miss Momar. Ah, you son of a bitch. We got Kid Diddler. Sick asshole. We got Valcheslev, whatever the hell that means. We got Occupy Canterlot. We've got Death to Bashar. Hell yeah, Death to Bashar al-Assad. You're damn right. Somebody named the Manly Lesbian. The Manly Lesbian, for Christ's sake. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I hate broads like that. The Manly Lesbian, these broads that think they got a bigger pair of balls than their camel toe, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of these broads. I mean, you see them out here on 6th Street, for Christ's sake, trying to pick fights with big Nordic football players, for Christ's sake. And they still fall back on the notion, though, even though they try to act like a man and walk like a man and spit like a man and fart like a man, even though they like to think they're men, I mean, whenever they get into a fisticuff with an actual man, they always resort on the, oh, I'm a lady. Dumb bull-nosed bull dykes. If you're going to act like a man, take a slap, take a smack like a man. Do you understand that there, you bull-nosed bull dykes, you manly lesbian freaks? Jesus Christ, who the hell else do we got? We got FT Karma in the place. We've got, why do Ghost hate? Why do Ghost hate? I don't hate anybody. What are you talking about? I'm a melting pot of friendship here, all right? I'm a melting pot of friendship. I don't know how many times I have to tell you people this, all right? Jesus Christ, who else do we got going on? We got somebody named Shaking Haiti. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's wrong, all right? That is completely wrong. Shaking Haiti is wrong. Now, let me explain something about Haiti, though, all right? Before this terrible earthquake happened to Haiti, this horrible, what was it, 7.5 earthquake, something of that nature. destroyed a lot of buildings, put a lot of people out on the streets, and so on and so forth. Before that earthquake, Haiti wasn't doing too good as it was anyway. I mean, you know, you people need to do a YouTube search about mud cakes, all right? Yeah, because that's what they were eating even before the Haiti earthquake, for Christ's sake. Do you understand that? And what really makes me sick about Haiti is, you know, it reinforces what's happening out here in Occupy Wall Street. It's the same mentality, all right? Now, just hear me out for a second. These Occupy Wall Street jerk dicks are out there squatting in tent cities and puddles of their own piss and puke and dumps and all this other nonsense, right? But here you got a whole country of people in Haiti that, for whatever reason, continues to allow their corrupt government to continue to run roughshod over their country, passing these backwards-ass legislative ideas like the deforestation of Haiti. Yeah, y'all familiar with that ridiculous, stupid government initiative? I mean, they deforest a good portion of Haiti out there and concrete over the damn thing, all right? Secondly, all right, for whatever reason, I just don't understand how come there's so many starving people in Haiti. I mean, let me explain why, folks, okay? If you do a YouTube search for mud cakes, what I mean by mud cakes, I'm talking about actual mud, you know, patted down into a freaking, you know, patty, a little cake idea. They actually sprinkle some goddamn lemon and some lime on there, and they eat it. I kid you not, this is an actual culinary cuisine of Haiti. All right, and this was before the earthquake. Now, what I don't understand is what kind of a lazy prick do you have to be to just suffice yourself by saying, you know what, I'm just sitting here and I'm hungry, even though I'm surrounded by a whole ocean of fish. I'm just going to go out and just going to take what I got right here by my feet, which is dirt, all right, and just go ahead and put some water and some lemon in it, you know, make it into a little mud cake, and I'm going to eat that, for Christ's sake. Can you believe this crap? Huh? They're surrounded by an ocean of fish, for Christ's sake. I mean, even if you can't afford a fishing pole, I mean, can you people just go out there with a wooden stick and go into the ocean, swim in there, have a good time, and start spearing fish or crabs or crustaceans or anything? Anything. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, and look, some asshole here says, well, you know, it keeps them grounded, Ghost. That's not funny. All right? There's nothing funny about that. These people are eating mud cakes. There's nothing funny about, oh, it keeps them grounded. I'm just saying, it's the same mentality, you know, the same mentality that these assholes in Occupy Wall Street have. A bunch of lazy pricks that don't want to take the initiative to make themselves a little bit better, a little bit more successful, so on and so forth. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's enough Twitter shout-outs of these idiots. I mean, I know we got Anonymous Plummo, but then we got people like the Whoremaster, and then we got the Electric Boogaloo, Furries Rock, for Christ's sake, somebody named Gino the Brony, GGC Tuck, and then of course, here we go, Scorched Earth Texas, hot deals in Texas. Oh, here's Rumble in Turkey. Stupid idiots. Look at finger spanking diarrhea. I mean, this is just sick. You people are sick. Anyway, let me continue going. I mean, we're talking about my man Herman Sugar Cane, all right, and this modern day lynching that the American media is putting upon this candidate right here because they know that this man can beat Barack Obama. All right? I want to hear what you have to say about it. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. What do you think about this situation? About my man, Herman Sugar Cane, baby. Area code 318. What's up? What do you think about Herman Cane?
Herman Hang, Top Tree Branch, 2012.
What? Can't hear you. No, you just hung up, for Christ's sake. Don't be scared. Come on. Say it louder. Say it like you got a pair. 410. What do you think about Herman Cain?
Well, hey, Ghost, I want to talk about Herman Sugarcane.
Go for it.
Actually, I was waking up in the morning and I was watching Today Show, and I found something really, really weird, and I was talking to my parents, and guess what? It was like a false report, and I was like, well, okay.
What false report about what?
About the sexual harassment. That was really weird.
Well, I mean, it's a false report as it relates to some of the supposed details that are coming about it, because inevitably those details have been sealed. I mean, it has been agreed by the parties involved that they can't talk about it if they're going to settle out of court with the settlements that apparently have been delved out to the two women in question. Now, what's really making this disgusting is that this should be a non-issue, all right? This should be a complete non-issue. This has already been done, settled out of court. There should be no explanation about what the hell's going on. That's the whole reason why you settle out of court, all right, because you don't want to talk about it, all right? Just ask Bill O'Reilly about settling out of court, all right? And for y'all folks that are unfamiliar with Bill O'Reilly's situation, Bill O'Reilly was also charged with sexual harassment by his producer. Yeah. That's right. I mean, he was charged with sexual harassment. And according to the affidavit that was filed by the attorney of this producer that worked for Bill O'Reilly actually called this woman, and he would call her frequently. And he would do disgusting sexual acts over the phone, such as, putting vibrators in his anal cavity. And, talking about other types of sick, homoerotic type of sexual behavior as it related to this particular producer. I kid you not. This is really what happened, all right? But you want to know why you didn't hear about that? Because the second O'Reilly figured out that this was going to go public and they were going to show him being the biggest fruiter of all time since Marv Albert dressing up in ladies' clothing and getting his ass beat by some escort, Bill O'Reilly came out the pocket and paid this broad I don't know how many millions of dollars so that this bitch could go away. And apparently it was enough money because not only did she go away, but she can't talk about the case any longer, because that's what you do when you settle out of court, all right? When you settle out of court, you don't talk about this anymore, and that's why Bill O'Reilly lived happily ever after and continues with his old stupid dumbass show, all right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. This should not be an issue whatsoever in the campaign of Herman Sugarcane. It should be no issue whatsoever, but of course, you've got this liberal media that's in the tank for Obama over here. I mean, they're going to continue pushing this issue. I mean, once again, this is a modern-day lynching, for Christ's sake, and all these media outlets, they're just racist, all right? They're racist. They don't want to see a true black man as president of the United States, all right? I mean, they've already put all their money into this mulatto named Barack Obama, and they're claiming that this man is the first black president, but he's not, all right? The first black president, the first real black president is going to be Herman Sugarcane, baby. And let me tell you something. Herman Sugarcane is going to brush his shoulders off with this ridiculous story, this smear campaign by the damn liberals. He's going to dust his shoulders off, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me break it down to you like this. Herman Cain's got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to take a couple more calls as it relates to Herman Sugarcane, and then we're moving on. Area code 502, what's up?
What's going on, Ghost? Happy first of the month, man.
Now, shove it up your ass, all right? You just be lucky that you're continuing to collect off of my dime and all capitalists' dime, because it ain't going to last, all right? It ain't going to last, boy. And I'm telling you right now, us capitalists, we are within our moral, legal, and ethical right to start demanding from our government that these people that have collected generations upon generations of taxpayer entitlements should be able to pay that back to the taxpayer by putting these people in labor camps. Because as far as I'm concerned, these people should be mowing our lawns. These people should be cleaning graffiti off the walls all over America. These people should be cleaning the shit stalls of park bathrooms all over the country. But unfortunately, they're never going to do that. So I think that capitalists, taxpayers, individuals that have been funding these disgusting stray animals who continue to just kind of, yeah, baby, it's the first of the month, baby. And pay first of the month, baby, yeah. I got me my EBT card, baby. EBT, baby, yeah. These people should be forced to pay back all the money that they have just been given with interest. And let me tell you something right now. I mean, the capitalists are within their moral and legal and ethical right to demand that from the government. And if you think that that's a far-off possibility, will you do a goddamn Google search for civilian labor camps and see how far we're already into that process. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I want to talk about my man Herman Sugarcane. What do you think about the modern-day the smear campaign that's happening to this man here? What do you think about it? Area code 812, what do you think about it?
I want your penis in my ass.
You sound like a butt-loving European fruit bowl that probably goes both ways, for Christ's sake. I wouldn't be surprised if you got a Great Dane there right now and you're sprinkling peanut butter all over your genitals. Never mind. 732, what's up?
Do you have my money yet?
Shut up. All right? That was a stupid prank call. 512, what's up? Oh. I got an Austin vibrator now. 832, what's up? What do you think about Herman Cain?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Whatever.
Are you a fruity ass, or are you one of these gay guys that hangs around a bunch of chicks?
Well, I thought you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I didn't even need to talk to you to know that. First of all, I can tell by your over feminine voice, and secondly, there's about 3 or 4 chicks there, and just by your voice, I can tell that you didn't win them over by being the manly man. So, and you hung up. Oh, don't hang up. Oh, come on. I'm trying to tell you your life story here. You know, maybe you'll start realizing that.
Oh, well, I guess this is why I'm always hanging around girls.
Yeah, you're one of these people that they hang around. What do they call the broads that hang around these fruits? They're the fag hags. Yeah, it sounded like you had about 4 or 5 of them there, and you didn't want to be yanked out the closet, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? 509, what do you think about Herman Cain? Hey, why don't you turn down the radio, asshole, all right? 479, what do you think about Herman Sugar Cane?
Oh, hi, that's me. Ghost.
How's it going?
How do you like being inbred for 8 generations?
Hold on, I'll answer your question just in 1 second there, 479. But I'd like for you to sit right there because I think it's about time for everybody's favorite game. It's Guess the Minority! That's right, folks. Definitely hear an ethnic twang in that voice there, for Christ's sake. Definitely an ethnic twang. And, it's time to play everybody's favorite game. It's Guess the Minority, folks. Go ahead and put your guesses on the screen right now, folks. It's everybody's favorite game, baby. Guess the Minority. That's right. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the caller here. 8479, you there?
Yeah.
Are you an Indian?
Nope.
What are you?
I'm actually Norwegian. Thank you for asking.
You're Norwegian?
Yes. Have a nice day, you inbred bastard.
No, you don't sound Norwegian to me. You're one of those. You're part of the era A and B gangs or something. Oh, and you're gonna hang up. Oh, that's a bunch of crap. No wonder he hung up. No wonder he hung up, for Christ's sake. He knows he's not a goddamn Norwegian. He's a damn Indian, and he know it, for Christ's sake. I could smell the curry from here. I could smell that curry from here. That's why he hung up like a prick, for Christ's sake. I could smell that son of a bitch from right over here. Give me a freaking break. He doesn't sound Norwegian. Stupid idiots. Anyway, let's move on to another subject matter because nobody's going to give a crap about what I'm talking about. I just want to let everybody know that what's happening to Herman Cain today is a modern-day smear campaign. It's a modern-day media lynching. And I think it's a disgrace. And all these media outlets that are covering this disgusting, unfounded sexual misconduct allegation, they're racists, all right? They are racist. And you can tell them I said that. Anyway, let's continue going. I want to talk a little bit about all the executive orders that Obama has been putting forth recently. Haven't you noticed that every single executive order has touched upon all the grievances of folks that are out here bitching? Haven't you noticed that? I mean, he made an executive order to make sure that veterans are hired in private America. He made an executive order to help, supposedly help student loan people. You know, instead of paying 20% of your income, you're going to pay 15%. Instead of paying for 25 years, you're only going to pay for 20 years. I mean, you know, then that increase in Social Security, And now he passed an executive order to make sure that the pharmaceutical company overproduces certain pharmaceuticals because he said so. I mean, isn't this starting to look more and more like Stalin? I mean, isn't this starting to look more and more like socialist communist nonsense, for Christ's sake? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he's not pushing forth these executive orders to better America. He is pushing forth these executive orders as political weapons. That's what he's doing. He's utilizing this as political weapons, for Christ's sake. All right? Give me a freaking break, Obama. You're supposed to be leading the country out here. You're supposed to be leading the country. You're supposed to be pushing us forward, for Christ's sake. Instead, you're utilizing executive orders for political purposes. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, somebody should be looking into the nefarious activity related to these executive orders. It's disgusting, man. I mean, Mr. President, you're supposed to be working with Congress. Yeah, I mean, you were supposed to be king diplomat. Remember when he came in 2008? Remember in 2008 he just said, hey, they'll love me. They'll love me. I'm going to go across the world and talk to everybody. They'll love me. That was his goddamn foreign policy. They'll love me. And look at what he's done. I mean, you know, you've got, the debacle in Iraq turning into a damn powder keg. I mean, Iraq, the damn foreign minister already vowed to protect Iran in case of any incursion by America. Can you believe this crap? Yeah. Yeah, the stupid Iraqi parliament that we put into power, and we incurred $2 trillion in debt, over $2 trillion in debt. I don't know how many thousands of damn casualties in American lives, and this stupid idiot, scumbag, camel jockey, asshole in the Iraqi parliament, the foreign minister, has the audacity to sit over here and say that they're going to protect Iran in case of an American incursion. I mean, what a joke, all right? But, hey, this is Mr. Yes, We Can. This is Mr. Barack Obama, Mr. Cut and Run over here, Moreover, he's expanded the war in Afghanistan, which, of course, we're taking even more and more hits on that particular theater of combat. He's expanded the military front into Pakistan, with those drone attacks and so on and so forth. He expanded the military theater into Libya, which I've got some disgusting news about Libya later on in the broadcast. But, I mean, where is the supposed utopia that all these liberals that were begging in 2008,
please vote for Barack Obama? That's all Europe wants us to do. If we vote for Barack Obama, everything will be okay. We're going to be in a utopia, and everything's going to be so beautiful.
Well, look at us now, Look at us now, for Christ's sake, all right? We've got a president not only utilizing executive orders for political weapons, but he is antagonizing class warfare, all right? We already talked about that the crux of most of these Occupy Wall Street protests are actually coming from not only unions and union money, but from an old friend of Barack Obama, and I'm talking about the supposed nonprofit organization called Acorn. That's right, folks. You need to look into how big of a footprint Acorn has basically put in this Occupy Wall Street nonsense, all right? They're the ones organizing these groups. I mean, there's talk and rumors that not only is Acorn involved, but they're also paying people to stay at these squatting locations. They're bussing in homeless people. I'm not joking. This is a fact. You need to look it up for yourself. All right? They're out here bussing in old people to all these damn Occupy Wall Street protests across the country. All right? I mean, they're out here, the ones bankrolling all these signs and all this nonsense and all these supposed marches and all this crap, man. Stupid. Makes me sick, man. It really does make me sick to my stomach what this president has done. And, of course, is the American people even caring about what the hell's happening in this country? Absolutely not. All right? Absolutely not. Nobody's giving two rat's asses about what this president's doing. Nobody gives a rat's asses that he's, utilizing his power in a vulgar manner. He's utilizing executive orders as political weapons, for Christ's sake. And, I can't believe that the American public are just going to sit on their thumbs and not say a goddamn thing about it. It's stupid. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue going. I don't want to talk about Barack Obama too much longer. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about Occupy Wall Street. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Occupy Wall Street. I'm anonymous. Hear me roar. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Occupy Wall Street because we reported yesterday that the supposed anti-capitalists, all right, supposed anti-capitalists of Occupy Wall Street are now trying to trademark the Occupy Wall Street slogan. Can you believe this crap? The anti-capitalists are out here trying to capitalize off of the slogan Occupy Wall Street. I mean, such hypocrisy, huh? Such utter hypocrisy. Well, let's continue going on with more hypocrisy, shall we? Since the Occupy Wall Street idiots that originally organized this disgusting vagabond revolution are now trying to trademark this Occupy Wall Street nonsense. You've got other Occupy Wall Street protests across the country trying to utilize their skills in raising money for the cause. And one such organizer and one such participant out in New Hampshire, that's right, Occupy New Hampshire. Did you hear what they're doing to raise money, for Christ's sake? They're pimping teenage girls, huh? Oh, that's great, isn't it? Oh, that's just so beautiful. Out there in Occupy New Hampshire, all right, some bitch named Justina Jensen, 23, is being charged because she's actually pimped out, or she attempted to pimp out a 16-year-old girl that she met during the Occupy New Hampshire demonstrations. All right? That's right. They're pimping out teenagers out there in Occupy New Hampshire. And for you idiots that are saying, oh, you're lying, Ghost. You're lying your ass off. Well, lock down the chat room, all right? Lock down that goddamn chat room here. Let's go ahead and post the damn link here for you idiots that don't believe me. Post the link there, engineer. All right, there it is right there, all right? Occupy New Hampshire is trying to go out and pimp teenage girls so that they can raise money, all right? All right, I mean, police said that a woman who called herself Remy, all right, which, according to all reports, is this Justina, all right, negotiated a telephone deal for Mad Mike, who was the undercover cop, to pay $150 to have sex with a teen called Jewel. Yeah, and Jewel, believe it or not, is 16 years old. Jesus Christ. Anyway, when the undercover cop named Mad Mike called Remy to find out where to go, she gave him her address, 341 Hanover Street. All right? And before you know it, cops converged on the location and found that this disgusting, despicable whorebag was actually pimping out teens that she met at Occupy Wall Street. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just disgusting. All right? This is horrible. All right? This is just unbelievable. But, hey, that's not all. All right, that's not all what Occupy Wall Street is doing, for Christ's sake. Now they're supposedly calling for a general strike that's going to happen tomorrow in Oakland. Are y'all familiar with this? Huh? Are y'all familiar with Occupy Oakland and the general strike that's going to happen out there because some idiot decided that he was going to be out here at this Occupy Wall Street event and got inadvertently hit by a canister of tear gas and is in critical condition now? Now you've got Occupy Wall Street utilizing this as a means to go out and say, oh, look at us, we're going to go in general strike, and we're going to do it because of our solidarity. That's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you who's going to be striking tomorrow in Oakland. It's not going to be these idiots from Occupy Wall Street. These idiots don't even work. All right? These idiots are squatting in parks and in front of city halls across the country. They're not going to be the ones striking. You know who's going to strike, folks? The unions. The unions that are involved with this disgusting, despicable class warfare situation that's being put fuel on the fire by our president. All right? They're the ones that are going to be striking because, look, Occupy Wall Street doesn't have anything. They don't work. They're squatters. They're perfectly fine and sleeping in their own feces, for Christ's sake. They're perfectly fine and sleeping in their own second harvest. And it's not going to be them that's striking. It's going to be the unions. The unions are going to be utilizing this, and I'm talking about the Port of Oakland. I'm talking about other union workers that are within the Oakland municipality. These are the individuals that are going to be striking, and they are going to utilize this Occupy Wall Street nonsense and this, supposed soldier that was inadvertently hit in the head with a canister of tear gas as a means to go out and show their solidarity, huh? Give me a freaking break. You know, you Occupy Wall Street pricks make me sick. You know what I mean? There's over 4,000 people that have died in Syria that are out there protesting against their totalitarian dictator, and they're getting mowed down like dogs. And here you people are bitching and moaning because Occupy Oakland had to be evicted by the police, and because one of these inadvertent canisters got hit in the head, some damn idiot out there standing in the middle of everything, for Christ's sake, all of a sudden what? This is some kind of battle cry? I mean, this is some sort of battle cry because some idiot that shouldn't have been there in the first place got hit in the head with a tear gas canister? It's ridiculous, man. This is pure class warfare, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, with all due respect to the veteran that got hit in the head with a canister, you shouldn't have been there, sir. All right? You shouldn't have been out there. All right? You went out there and you fought for your country. What the hell are you doing? Basically going out and pissing on the country by participating in these damn Occupy Wall Street protests, all right? It's a squatting vagabond revolution, all right? It has nothing to do with any kind of political context, all right? It has nothing to do with any kind of intellectual foundation. It's just a bunch of bums trying to extort money because they are, for lack of a better term, a bunch of losers, all right? So, in my personal opinion, I don't have any compassion for the individual that got hit in the head with a canister. You shouldn't have been there! Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're all going to be waiting for tomorrow's little general strike in Oakland, huh? Oh, great. That's going to be great, isn't it? The unions are going to hop on the Occupy Wall Street nonsense to throw their little stupid, dumbass little strike. Isn't that great? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you got to say about Occupy Wall Street? 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's go ahead and take some callers. We got area code 781. What's up? You're on the horn.
People in Occupy Wall Street, I think they're pretty dumb, personally.
I think they're beyond dumb. They're not only dumb, they're stupid, they're ignorant, and why the law enforcement are allowing these idiots to camp out, in my personal opinion, is completely racist. I mean, just imagine if you're a black person or you're a Latino or you're Asian or you're Arab or you're Indian. Just imagine if a whole congregation of your kind decided to go out and squat in one of these goddamn parks or squat in the middle of the goddamn city hall somewhere. Do you think that the police officers would be showing constraint towards your demographic? Huh? I mean, do you think that if there was a bunch of black folks in the middle of City Hall squatting, for Christ's sake, you don't think that the cops would have pulled out the goddamn fire hoses and the damn German shepherds and the tear gas, for Christ's sake? You're goddamn right they would. You're goddamn right they would have, for Christ's sake. So whenever I look at these protests on Occupy Wall Street, I'd like for you all to notice a common demographic amongst the individuals that are at these protests. All right? They're all a bunch of spoiled brat pale faces. Yeah. Spoiled brat pale faces that are pissed off that,
oh, I've got to pay for my financial obligation via college. I don't want to pay for my college loan anymore. I don't want to shut up, all right?
And that's why I'm glad that the New York Times this past Sunday released a great article, or was it Sunday? It might have been Friday or Saturday, I'm sorry. Either way, it was a great article relating to the racial component to this particular protest. I mean, there's a lot of black, Latin, Asian political groups that aren't very happy with what's happening in Occupy Wall Street. They see the demographic that's out there, a bunch of dumbass pale faces that are pissed off that now they got to see with what ethnic minorities have had to deal with since the beginning of time, for Christ's sake, all right? Now that it's affecting cracker-ass crackers, all of a sudden, we all have to stop the world from spinning and make sure that these brats that are camped out in parks and sleeping in puddles of their own piss, we got to make sure that they are okay and get their little stupid student loans paid for and all this other nonsense. All right? And let me tell you something. For all the black, Latin, Asian, Arab, Indian groups, all the other ethnic minority groups, you should all band together against this ridiculous Occupy Wall Street nonsense. All right? Because it's a mockery to ethnic minority strife. It really is. It's an utter mockery to ethnic minority strife. Like these stupid white, pale-faced jerks know what it's like to be an actual brown person or a yellow person. Or a black person. You stupid, dumb idiots, for Christ's sake. You all make me sick. And it'll be a great day, a great goddamn day in American history when these goddamn ethnic minority political groups converge on Occupy Wall Street to bitch slap these people into reality, all right? To bitch slap them and say, hey, you stupid cracker, you don't know what strife is, you ungrateful little iPod, iPad, iPhone having prick. All right? You don't know what strife is, you stupid morons. And I'm glad that these ethnic minority groups are actually starting to wake up. All right? I'm glad they're starting to wake up because it's about time that these cracker-ass crackers all across the country get a goddamn bitch slap into reality and realize that, hey, Whitey, just because problems are afflicting you doesn't mean that everybody across America should stop what they're doing and make sure that your little stupid student loan is paid for. Do you understand? I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, do you think that there's student loans given out to ethnic minorities, for Christ's sake? Do you think ethnic minorities are widely accepted beyond the quota of universities across the country? I mean, let's be honest. Let's have a real conversation about this, all right? Because I think that the goddamn Occupy Wall Street situation, and I said it 4 or 5 weeks ago, this is racist, all right? What these assholes are doing in Occupy Wall Street is a racist protest. That's why you don't see that many people of color in these protests. Haven't you noticed that? You don't see that many people of color in these protests unless they oblige the vagabond look that is accepted amongst this demographic. Haven't you noticed that anybody of color that's interviewed as it relates to this Occupy Wall Street nonsense, they look like one of the members of Rage Against the Machine, or they look like some vagabond bum with dreadlocks? I mean, you have to have a certain look as a minority to be accepted amongst these goddamn Occupy Wall Street jerk dicks. All right? And that's what I'm telling you, folks. It's a contradiction. And in my personal opinion, these goddamn ethnic minority groups should not only shun the Occupy Wall Street protests, but they should go out there and hijack their protests so that America can really focus on some of the problems that are afflicting this country. Not a bunch of pale faces pissed off that they're on the hook for their goddamn college loans. All right, let's go ahead and talk about real issues afflicting this country, and that's why I'm urging all the ethnic minority political groups converge on these goddamn Occupy Wall Street protests. Hijack these Occupy Wall Street protests. Take the media from these Occupy Wall Street protests, for Christ's sake, because these idiots don't know what the hell strife is like. These assholes don't know what it's like to be an ethnic minority in America, but look at them now. Look at them all over the country. They're acting as if they've been oppressed for about 150, 200 years. They're acting as if they've been in chains of bondage for the past 100 years, for Christ's sake. Give me a freaking break. I'm telling you right goddamn now, all right? All the ethnic minority political groups converge on Occupy Wall Street, all right? And if you don't, well, you're just going to allow Whitey to continue to have its little problems supersede the prominence of your major strife. And that's all there is to it. That's a fact, and that is an actual factual situation at hand in this country. Anyway, I want to hear what you have to say about it. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Once again, I'm saying that these Occupy Wall Street protests are not only hypocritical and pathetic, but they're now racist. They have been racist. All right, I announced that they were racist 4 or 5 weeks ago when I dedicated a whole damn show to this ridiculous, stupid, vagabond revolution. This is racist. And that's why I'm saying all the ethnic minority groups throughout the world, go show these Occupy Wall Street assholes what it's really like to be in strife. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take some calls here. Area code 508, what's up? Oh, you're taking too long, you idiot. Who else do we got? We got Skull 314. What's up?
Melting pot of friendship, melting pot of friendship, melting pot of friendship, melting pot.
You actually remixed my voice with Smells Like Teen Spirit, for Christ's sake. I mean, you could have picked a better Nirvana song than that stupid commercialized. I mean, even Kurt Cobain hated Smells Like Teen Spirit. I mean, he would never even sing the crap in concerts. He would always sing it in obnoxious form because it was ridiculous, all right? Jesus Christ. I mean, you could have mixed me with a better song like, like Doll Steak or something, you know what I mean? Doll Steak! Test mate! Could have done something like that. 561, what's up? What do you think about the Occupy Wall Street?
I think it's kind of ridiculous. Actually, I really want to talk about Herman Sugarcane, if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm not exactly sure if he's the best candidate to root for, because you probably are fat, you have diabetes, and brown sugar is not going to help any less than white sugar.
Well, it's better than taking bad meat in the can, for Christ's sake, you fruity bastard. All right? I mean, from the sounds of your little fruity-ass voice, it sounds like you're going to take some, you got the AIDS in the colon. So I think it's better to be a little bit on the hefty side than withering away from a bad herpes virus. Isn't that right there, 561?
Sure is.
Yeah, exactly. A little speechless. You want to know why you're speechless, 561? Because no fatherly influence in your household taught you how to be a man. Am I correct? You ain't got no daddy?
You're right, Ghost. You're always...
Yeah, of course I'm right. Of course I'm right. I mean, if there was a father in that household, you wouldn't be talking like some over-feminized fruit bowl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you wouldn't be talking about, hi, my name is... You wouldn't be talking like that, boy. You'd be talking with a little bit more authority. You'd be talking as if you sounded off like you got a pair, for Christ's sake. You wouldn't be talking like that. And then when I ask you, there's no fatherly influence. Then when I'm asking you questions, you don't even know what to say besides agreeing with me because you're not that quick. And you want to know why you're not that quick, 561? Because your mother is an ignorant whore. Am I correct, 561?
Oh my God, you're so fucking right.
Of course I'm right. I mean, your mother's an ignorant whore, and, you know, she's the only one that you're ever interacting with on a social level. So if this bitch is going out, you know, acting like the airheaded MILFs that are out here prevalent in happy hour across America everywhere, well, then you are the direct consequence of that particular situation. So instead of blaming Daddy, because I know you're probably blaming Daddy, I can tell by your over-feminized voice, I'm sure you're probably in some shrink somewhere saying,
oh, my father, he didn't love me, he didn't care, he didn't even send me a Christmas card, he didn't love...
Instead of doing all this nonsense, why don't you try to nut up and shut up, all right? Why don't you try to act like a freaking man? Why don't you go up to your mother and say, hey, Mom, why did you raise me like one of the girls, huh? You know, why did you make me sound like I'm literally something that's right out of your left ass cheek? How about that? I mean, what are you going to say, 561? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, I was actually born from her left ass cheek, so you're absolutely right there.
Of course I am. Of course I'm. Get this stupid, unoriginal prick out of here. Get him off, for Christ's sake. Did everybody hear that? This is what the modern-day youth is, all right? Repeating what's just said and thinking it's funny. You know what I'm saying? This is this dry-witted Jonah Hill humor that's so prevalent out here, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of this dry-witted humor, all right? It's destroying the personalities of people in America, all right? I'm serious. This dry-witted humor that gives you those laughs like, I hate dry-witted humor, all right? I mean, it's not funny, all right? Seth Rogen, you're not freaking funny, all right? Jonah Hill, you're not freaking funny, all right? John Cerna, or that stupid, dumb, idiot-looking kid that's about 50 years old, you're not funny. Jesus Christ. 909, what do you think about Occupy Wall Street?
Fuck you, big boy.
Great. Albert Einstein, what do you think about Occupy Wall Street?
We're the kids in America, whoa! We're the kids in America, whoa!
You stupid scumbags. I'm telling you right now, you ain't going to be laughing when I end this broadcast faster than you can say, what the hell? How about that? How about that, you stupid, dumb, cum-gurgling pieces of nipple-clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, over-feminized, having pieces of chicken-eating corn-boiled crap? Huh? You ain't going to be laughing when I end this goddamn broadcast there, boy. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's move on to another subject matter. We already talked about the Halloween shooting in New Orleans that left 16 people wounded, 2 people dead. And, of course, Mayor Mitch Landrieu basically called it a cultural violence that is involving black men and illegal guns, and it must be stopped. But I want to talk about something a little bit more important. I want to talk about this military theater in Libya that Barack Obama has spent, I don't know how many millions of taxpayer dollars in funding and aiding and abetting these ridiculous Yehudis out there in Libya, all right? Now, for all you folks that were unaware, or for all you folks that didn't listen to the True Capitalist broadcast, you know as well as I that the reason that I was so against this Libya intervention, whether it was by America or NATO, either one, is because in our own United States State Department listed the opposition of against Omar Gaddafi as having links with Al-Qaeda. All right? The Libyan rebels have links with Al-Qaeda. I've been saying it. Mahmoud, every time we have Mahmoud up here, he's been saying it, for Christ's sake. Well, folks, I've got proof that Al-Qaeda is not only in power in Libya, but now Al-Qaeda is in power in the government, and they don't have any qualms about it. Hey, engineer, lock down that chat room. Implement chat room martial law, all right? Implement chat room martial law. Now, what I'm about to post here, folks, I'm going to post on the chat room. It shows the Al-Qaeda flag being flown over a Libyan government building. Here it is right here, folks. There's the YouTube video. There it is right there. thanks a lot, Barack Obama. This is one of those great foreign policy moves that you did that was supposed to be part of that Yes We Can campaign. Isn't that right? Isn't that correct? Hey, if y'all haven't seen it, here it is. Here's Al-Qaeda's flag flying over a government building of the newly implemented Libyan rebel faction that is now the authority in Libya. I mean, we wasted taxpayer dollars. We wasted military assets to aid and abet these goddamn Libyan rebels. And look at them now. They're throwing Al-Qaeda flags on their government buildings. I mean, didn't we forget about September 11th? I mean, what is that, off the table? Now our government's negotiating with Al-Qaeda? Is this what it's about? I mean, what is this, Barack Obama having secret dumbass conference calls with Zawahiri or something? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is pathetic. And I called it. I called this crap. I told all of you before this became a reality, the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. Al-Qaeda has now got a nation state, folks. Remember, before Barack Obama came into office, Al-Qaeda didn't have a nation state. Remember? We ran them the hell out of Afghanistan, and they had tentative tenure in Pakistan, but they were nationless. They didn't have anywhere to settle and to train and to build weapons and so on and so forth. Now, thanks to Mr. Yes We Can, thanks to Barack Obama, now we've got Al-Qaeda flags over the nation state of Al-Qaeda, Libya. And one more time for all you idiots that didn't get that little footage of an Al-Qaeda flag flying over Libyan government buildings. Here it is one more time, all right? Because it needs to be shown and needs to be said, all right? Our president did this, all right? Our president did this. So let me break it down to you like this, folks. If you vote for Barack Obama in 2012, you're voting for Al-Qaeda, all right? And this damn YouTube video proves it right here, all right? Why do you think Mahmoud always said that Barack Obama was going to implement Sharia law? And why do you think Mahmoud was always informing us about the obvious? Jesus Christ, one more time, just look at it for yourself. Look at it for yourself. The Al-Qaeda flag is over Libya. So once again, if you support Barack Obama in the 2012 elections, you are supporting Al-Qaeda. That's what you're supporting. All right? And I'm not just saying that to be some hyper-sensationalist jerk. All right? I'm not just saying that because I'm pulling that out of my ass. Look, here it is. All right? Here it is right here. All right? The Al-Qaeda goddamn flag flying over Libya. Look at it. Look at it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The Al-Qaeda flag over Libya makes me sick. Jesus Christ. And look at the people. They don't care, for Christ's sake. As long as it doesn't affect their Dancing with the Stars program and their goddamn American Idol, they don't care. They don't care. Even though 9/11 happened and Al-Qaeda was the culprits, they don't care that Al-Qaeda's flag is flying over Libya. I mean, good God. Oh, my God. And this is our president. This is our president that aided and abetted this Libyan rebel faction that I told you. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic. I told all of you that there were links with Al-Qaeda as it relates to this ridiculous Libyan rebel faction. I told all of you. And what did you do, huh? You didn't listen. You just thought that, you're just lying. You're hyper-sensationalizing everything, Ghost. You're lying. Yeah? Well, look at it now. Look at the Al-Qaeda flag flying over Libya. Look at it now! What the hell do you have to say about it? 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take some calls here. 520, what's up? You're on the horn. Now, you're taking too long, you stupid moron. Tara Strong, you're on the horn.
Just because I'm a lady doesn't mean I don't have a dick.
You stupid, dumb, brony bastard. 818, what do you got to say about Libya? Taking too long. Johnny Polka, what do you think about Libya?
We are the world. We are the children. We got 7 billion people on the earth.
God damn, you stupid goddamn remixing jerk off. Get him off, engineer, God damn it. Jesus Christ. I mean, what? How many remixes are there, man? How many goddamn remixes on the internet? Damn it. You know, you idiots just are not understanding, all right? You're not understanding. I do not need to be here. I don't need to be on this broadcast, for Christ's sake. I could be on 6th Street right now. Give me the mic. Let me tell you something, you stupid scumbags. I could be on 6th Street right now, all right? Miller time, baby. Miller time. I don't need you idiots to be ruining this Taco Tuesday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I don't need you idiots besmirching the integrity of my show, for Christ's sake. I could be on 6th Street right now. Stupid scumbags. Here, one more time. Here's the video for all you idiots that supported Mr. Yes We Can, Mr. Nobel Peace Prize President, Mr. Barack Obama. There's the video showing Al-Qaeda's flag over Libya. Huh? Yeah. Yes we can, huh? Yes we can. Jesus Christ. Stupid, dumb scumbags. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Everybody who voted for Barack Obama, you should all be ashamed of yourselves because you are going to go down in history as a contributing factor on why America imploded from within. All right? It's your fault. It's your freaking fault. What does everybody think about Al-Qaeda in Libya, for Christ's sake? What does everybody think about it, huh? Big American money. What do you think about it? Here comes another Chinese earthquake. You stupid scumbag. All right? You people are all scumbags, for Christ's sake. All right? I don't need to be taking this crap. You people are screwed up. You know that? I mean, we got Al-Qaeda in Libya. We got flags of Al-Qaeda flying in Libya, and you people don't care. You want to know why you don't care? Because your lives are insignificant. You're losers. Your whole life is based upon some cyber reality, for Christ's sake. You're never going to get a live person that's going to touch you and feel you and love you and care about you because you're stupid. So as a result, what do you idiots do? You get up on the internets and you try to antagonize people's lives because your lives are insignificant. Because your lives are, frankly, a waste. I mean, let's be honest with you. I mean, you know, if you died tomorrow, no one would care, you know? No one would give a crap. On top of which, I bet you your parents would be loving the fact that you're no longer under their roof, and they're probably going to collect some insurance money on your idiot ass and at least go to Vegas or something. If you die, no one would care. No one would give a crap. All right? And if they did give a crap, you would just be an excuse to emotionally drain any social situations from people. Haven't you noticed this? I mean, you know, somebody from their inner family died like 2 years ago, and because it's around the anniversary or something, I mean, everybody's got to sit there in a somber ass. He died 2 years ago. Everybody dies, idiots, all right? Stop being emotional moochers, especially when it comes to death. You want to talk about emotional moocherism? Take a look at today's holiday. Dia de los Muertos, huh? The Dias de los Muertos. Anybody familiar with this ridiculous Mexican little holiday? I mean, you're talking about hypnotization of the Catholic Church on one given racial demographic. I'm talking about this damn Dias de los Muertos, all right? It's when everybody who believes in this Santeria quasi-Catholic holiday actually dresses up like a devil or death themselves and goes and emotionally drains the whole aspect of everybody who died in their past. You know, they're out there doing this mixed Santeria crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I'm not joking, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm sick of emotional vampires. All right, that's what's really killing America, emotional vampires. I mean, you see them all the time on the damn court shows, for Christ's sake. This person lent you $1,000 and you never paid him. Why didn't you pay him?
Well, you're not understanding, man. My kids, baby. My kids, they knew I had kids, baby. And I can't pay nobody. I got my kids, baby.
I'm not joking, folks. This is America here. It's stupid. It's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter. We're already 5 minutes into the third and final hour of True Capitalist Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, go to the social networks, go to the forums, and go to the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. All right? Let everybody know. We got all kinds of little buttons underneath the player there, you lazy pricks, for all you people that don't want to open up another damn app or anything of that nature. Use and abuse those buttons. All right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. All right? All kinds of little Facebook like buttons. You got the new Google Plus button. You got a little share this button. You got to retweet this button, for Christ's sake. Use and abuse those buttons, baby. All right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. It's just a goddamn click. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm getting a little cranky here because people are pissing me off. And I almost hate to ask. But engineer, do we have any goddamn Twitter shout-outs to be saying over the air here? Well, we got a couple of people to be shouting out here, and of course, if you want a shout-out, all you have to do is go to my Twitter account. Ghost Politics is the name, all right? All one word, no underscores, Ghost Politics, and retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account, all right? It's that simple. If you want a shout-out right here, right now, retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account, all right? Do we got anybody retweeting there, engineer? All right, we got a couple of people here. Let's go ahead and announce them right now. We got British Brian in the house. What's going on? We've got Occupy Oblivion. We've got Captain Equestria. We've got Famine for Africa. Oh, you sick son of a bitch. You sick son of a bitch. You know that? I mean, there's nothing funny about that, assholes. There's nothing funny about it. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, there's nothing funny about these sick-ass names you make in front of tragedy. All right? It's nothing funny about that. I know you people that are laughing. Look at them. They're laughing at this crap. There's nothing funny about it, jerk dicks. All right? These people are suffering in Africa. All right? While these jerk asses in America are pissed off.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to get the latest iPhone. It's not fair. I'm going to go extort money off Wall Street by squatting in front of Wall Street. Yeah. You stupid scumbags. I have more compassion for the poor in Africa. I have more compassion for the poor in the third world than any of these scumbags in America. I don't give one shred of any kind of empathy or sympathy to any of these scumbags in this country, all right? I'm not joking, I don't, all right? Anyway, let's continue going. Who else we got? We got the Brew Crew. We've got Death to Bashar once again, all right? We've got Flamin' Nipple Chop back in the house. What's going on to Flamin' Nipple Chop? Who else do we got going on over here? We've got Ghost is Kosher. No, I'm not. Are you kidding me? Have y'all ever seen kosher butchering? It's probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life, all right? Let me tell you what kosher butchering is for all you ignorant assholes, all right? It's when the butcher of a cow, instead of shooting it or putting it out of its misery in a painless manner, all right,
Kosher butchering is when the butcher, a kosher butcher, slices the jugular vein of a cow and just watches it bleed to death. All right? Now, that's kosher butchering. I kid you not. You look it up for yourself, all right? They literally cut the jugular vein of the cow and just watch it bleed to death. It's one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. All right? I mean, instead of killing it quick, and putting it out of its misery, I mean, you're having the meat literally, get in, I guess, I don't know, the adrenaline and knowing the cow's dying, and so I guess makes the meat taste better. I have no idea. I'm not down with kosher beef. I'm sorry. All right? I'm not. If that's what y'all do, well, that's your problem. That ain't me. All right? Let's see. Who else do we got going on over here? I'm going to take a couple more shout-outs, then we're going to move on. We got somebody named Text Chat Wizard. We got somebody named Cans_Wave. We've got Navy Dumbass Husky, for Christ's sake. Yeah, you asshole, Navy Husky. I really don't appreciate those goddamn remixes you make of me, you sorry sack of crap. All right? I don't appreciate it one bit. And the reason I don't appreciate it is because a lot of these goddamn things go viral, for Christ's sake. I mean, the whole reason why these assholes on the internet are calling me a freaking ham bone is because of Navy Dumbass Fat-Ass Husky, for Christ's sake. Dumb asshole. All right, I'm going to throw a couple of more shout-outs, and we're moving on, for Christ's sake. We got some idiot named You Abuse Beer Cans. We've got, I'm not saying that, you stupid, disgusting bastard. Oh, here we go, Meredith Vieira for Prez again. Oh, great, Meredith V, once again. That's enough. That's enough with the Twitter shout-outs. Enough. I'm going to go on to another subject matter, for Christ's sake, all right? We were talking a little bit about how Al-Qaeda's flag is now hoisted and prominently flying in Libya, all right, thanks to Obama and NATO. Let's talk a little bit about internet governance. Are y'all familiar with the latest in internet governance out here? Well, in London today, at a global conference on internet security, the U.S. and the U.K. have set out principles they hope will be the basis of international cooperation in internet governance. Yeah, I kid you not. Yeah, I mean, this was introduced today. As a matter of fact, the hashtag for this particular subject matter is Cyber London, or excuse me, London Cyber, excuse me. London Cyber is the hashtag for this particular global conference on internet security. And these principles that are being laid out by the United States and the UK are as follows. And you can judge amongst yourself whether or not you agree with it or not. But the 7 principles as the basis for a more effective cooperation include the need for governments to act proportionally in cyberspace and in accordance with international law, protection of freedom of expression, respect privacy and copyright, and propose joint action against criminals acting online. All right? Now, to be completely honest with you, all this loose language says to me that we are going to see a complete and utter regulation of the internet. All right? A complete and utter regulation of the internet is what we're going to see, and that's the last thing we need to see. Don't you understand that? I mean, the whole reason why we invented the internet was the exchange of ideas and communication freely, all right? Freely. I mean, it's bad enough that we've got the movie industry, we've got the music industry sitting over here acting like overlords of cyberspace. I mean, the nefarious activities that they use and the nefarious tools they use to track down supposed pirates of movies and music. Anybody else did those types of activities, we'd be thrown in jail for fraud. But because the music industry and the movie industry have this supra-authority over the internet, they can sit here and monitor you. They can file for requests for your activity via your ISP, for Christ's sake. I mean, they can do all kinds of nonsense. And what I don't understand is, how in the hell can the companies from the movie and music industry get away with this? When I purchase a computer, all right, the computer, once purchased, is my physical property, all right? And when I make a connection with another computer, all right, and those two computers are communicating with one another, it's the same as if somebody came into my home and we were communicating in my home. So whatever services, goods, or communication that's exchanged through that medium should be excluded from any court criminal proceeding, period, all right? And why has any lawyer not gone this approach as it pertains to defending some of these litigants and some of these cases brought on by the music and movie industry is beyond me, all right? But it makes me sick to my stomach. Once again, the U.S., the U.K. have proposed an internet governance. What do you have to say about it, all right? I'm not a big fan about it, all right? I think that the internet was meant to be free, for Christ's sake. I mean, the freedom of the internet has brought us free knowledge, all right? You can learn about anything that you've ever wanted to learn about just by a simple search. You can put any information that you want public just based upon a simple upload, for Christ's sake. And the last thing we need is some government or governments or international consortium regulating this crap. I want to hear what you have to say about it. 646-652-4869. What do you think about internet regulation, internet governance? What do you think about it? We got Senor Rapist. What's your excuse?
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yeah. Your mother smelt like goddamn dirty Doritos. Ghost Train, what's up, man?
Melting hot, melting hot, melting hot, a friendship, melting hot, melting hot, melting hot, a friendship, melting hot, melting hot, melting hot, a friendship.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, come on, please. Enough with the goddamn remixes, McCray. Damn it. Jesus Christ. The damn internet's about to be regulated, and you idiots continue to play remixes, for Christ's sake. I mean, where are the priorities, for Christ's sake? Where are the priorities for you people? I mean, the internet's about to be regulated, man. I mean, there's proposed internet governance, which goes against the founding of the internet, and you don't care, for Christ's sake. You don't give a crap. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. I mean, do you understand that you idiots are about to be regulated without any qualms from you? I mean, I don't understand how these people can get away with this crap, all right? This computer is my property, all right? And if I connect to another computer, that connection is our property. It is a private connection of communication. It's as if I invited someone in my home and we were communicating, exchanging goods, exchanging services. That's it. How the music and movie industry is able to get away with the type of crap they're getting away with, I have no freaking idea. But let me tell you something, this new internet governance is going to give them that much more power over us all here on these internets, all right? I'm not joking. I mean, why don't you go ahead and YouTube, or not YouTube, but Google some of the people that have been litigants because they were, I don't know, on one of these file-sharing networks, giving people copies of movies, giving people copies of whatever, music. I mean, they have to pay $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 to the music industry, for Christ's sake. Can you believe this crap? Jesus Christ. What do you think about it? What do you think about internet governance? 339, what do you think about it? We can't understand you. No, we already called on 718 before. 509, what do you think about it?
Ghost, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I left Russia for no regulation, and I wanted to live a nice life in America where I could be free, and this is just more bullshit from the left, and I am tired of it.
Well, I don't blame you there, Russian. I don't blame you. I mean, what was that one Robin Williams movie? Y'all remember that one Robin Williams movie where he was a part of Mother Russia? He was a subject of Mother Russia. And he was having to wait in line for toilet paper, and he did whatever he could to be defected from Russia via some musical conference in America or something of that nature. It's one of the most fascinating movies I've seen about Russia. And is it Nico Bellic? Whatever it is, you got to check it out. That is a perfect example of communism right there. All right? Communism at its finest. And if you want to see the consequence of all these Occupy Wall Street nonsense, you need to take a look at a movie called Cuba with a young Sean Connery. Yeah, with a young Sean Connery and, I don't know, there's a couple other actors in there that I forgot their names, but it's an excellent movie, all right? It's an excellent movie showing a perspective. Sean Connery is a British mercenary that's actually hired by Batista's army, which Batista was the head of state prior to the revolution of 1959, all right? And as a result, this British mercenary was brought in just at the time when Cuba fell to the rebels. And it's a great movie based upon the last days of Batista's tenure, and it basically shows how the country interpreted this revolution. I mean, these people were completely idiots. They were complete dumbfounded morons, for Christ's sake. I strongly advise you, those are two great movies that you need to see that show the realism of communism. It's disgusting. All right? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're running out of time here. Once again, we got, internet governance being proposed by the United States and UK's out here. I don't know if people are going to be down with that. But let me move on to another subject matter. Egypt's military rulers, all right, for all those people that were for the Egyptian revolution, except me, back in February when these wild Yehudis decided to go out and pillage and plunder and rape, and commit acts of violence and destroy. All right? The bottom line is now the Egyptian military rulers are acting even more totalitarian than Hansi Mubarak. Have y'all heard about this? We've got Egypt promising to crush any further protests in the country. Huh? Oh, isn't that great? Wael Ghanem, you must be perfectly proud of yourself, aren't you? For all you folks, Wael Ghanem is the Google executive that basically antagonized this whole Yehudi revolution in Egypt. All right? As a matter of fact, anybody did what Wael Ghanem did in Egypt would be thrown in prison for treason and executed. All right? You know it and I know it. But no, not Wael Ghanem. Wael Ghanem was invited to Time Magazine's most popular people of the year in 2010. Yeah. Wael Ghanem was given a publishing contract for millions of dollars so that he can publish Revolution 2.0. Meanwhile, he single-handedly turned Egypt into a goddamn pissing ground totalitarian desert hole. So this goes to show you people that when you all want revolution and you all want to take over and you want whoever's the figurehead of power to leave power, so on and so forth, this just goes to show you that, the revolution is just the small part of the whole process of governance, all right? And Egypt is finally waking up to the realities that just because Hansi Mubarak is gone doesn't mean that better days are ahead, all right? It doesn't mean that it's all hearts and flowers out here in Egypt, all right? Now you've got the military junta that took over Egypt saying that they are going to crush any opposition, any protests in Egypt. Huh? I wonder how many of you Egyptian Yehudis are basically kicking your own self in the ass wishing Hansi Mubarak was back in power, huh? I mean, I'm serious. Give me a freaking break. But once again, Egyptian military rulers promised to crush any further protests in the country. And where's Wael Ghanem after all this, huh? Where the hell is he at? Well, he's capitalizing off that multi-million-dollar book deal on Revolution 2.0. Meanwhile, the country of Egypt is turning into a goddamn powder keg of violent shit. Yeah. Thanks a lot there, Wael Ghanem. You've got goddamn blood on your hands, you stupid, dumb, ridiculous, pathetic, magic carpet-riding piece of Aladdin-looking crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm sorry to get all, off keister as it relates to Egypt, but I remember the media creaming in their pants about this stupid revolution. And you can look back in the archive, folks, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? And take a look at around February time. I was the only media outlet denouncing the Egyptian revolution. And the reason that I was denouncing it is because there was no intellectual foundation backing up the Egyptian revolution. It was nothing more than a bunch of wild Yehudis that wanted to go out and pillage and plunder and rape, for Christ's sake. I mean, did you hear what happened to that poor CBS reporter, Lara Logan? I mean, poor Lara Logan. And this was during the time that the supposed Yehudis won the revolution. This is when they supposedly took over the country and Hansi Mubarak stepped down and all this other nonsense, and they were celebrating in the streets. Remember that? Well, Lara Logan, a CBS reporter, was actually covering this Yehudi revolution, and they were supposed to be celebrating. They were supposed to all be happy, so on and so forth, and unfortunately Lara Logan got sexually accosted by these sweaty Yehudis. And I don't know how many of them. I mean, it was a number of them. I mean, just sexually assaulted by a gang load of Yehudis that were supposed to be celebrating the fact that, Hansi Mubarak is no longer in power. I'm telling you, this Egyptian revolution was nothing more for these freaks to just go out, pillage, rape, and plunder. You know it, and I know it, all right? That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, for Christ's sake. I'm sick and tired of people giving props to this ridiculous, stupid, dumbass revolution in Egypt. It's stupid. Anyway, that's about it. We're running out of time here. Let me move on to the next subject matter, for Christ's sake. All right? I want to talk a little bit about Petman. Have y'all heard about Petman yet, folks? Oh, man, if you haven't heard about Petman, well, then you're an idiot. All right? It's the new robot that is going to replace soldiers in the actual theater of combat. Can you believe this crap? I'm not joking, man. I'm not kidding. This is a robot that's actually going to go out and replace these damn soldiers in combat, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking. I mean, nobody's heard of Petman, for Christ's sake? Nobody's heard of this crap? Oh, my God, you stupid morons. I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and post up the damn, the link to the video really fast, all right? Hey, engineer, lock down the chat room. Implement chat room martial law, engineer. Implement chat room martial law. All right, this right here, my friends, is Petman, all right? For you idiots that are unaware of what's going on here. Here's the video of Petman himself, all right? All right, look at it, because it's going to replace actual combatants here in warfare within the next 5 to 10 years, all right? I kid you not. I mean, look at it for yourself, all right? And all I have to say after watching this is, welcome! Welcome to machines! Welcome, my son! Welcome to machines, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, for all you people that got Terminator fears, did y'all just look at Petman over there? Huh? He's more physically fit than you are. Huh? I mean, this guy can, do whatever it takes. I mean, have you seen this new robot, for Christ's sake? And this is just prototype. This is just prototype, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. And moreover, I think that y'all should look at, after this one robot, by the way. I also read about it as researching Petman. There's also a damn robot that is fueled by eating biomatter. Yeah. That's right. So if there happens to be a whole war field of dead bodies, all it can do is just eat the dead bodies to continue to fuel its fuel cell. All right? I'm not joking, man. All right? I am not kidding. This is robots coming to life, baby. You people need to come and wake up and realize that even though your minds are so simple that you believe that you're actually accomplishing something by, airing somebody else's audio file, it doesn't mean diddly. I mean, we're heading into a whole new realm of mental capacity for humanity that you need to be well aware of what's coming. You know what I mean? I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, once again, everybody look at Pet Man, all right? This is the future here, all right? This is the future. Welcome, my sons. Welcome to machines, yeah. Anyway, that's Pet Man, folks. I mean, you know, the future of warfare is coming. All right? I mean, is Skynet here yet? I mean, do we have these self-aware devices that are actually controlling infrastructure in the country? Because that's even more of a scarier proposition. All right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's continue going. Let's talk about something else. I want to talk a little bit about this. Remember when I was talking last week about this ethnic Halloween costume campaign? Y'all remember when I was talking about this last week? It was this Ohio University student, Taylor C., and her friends, to try to cause some controversy by making this project to raise awareness of what it means to dress up as an ethnic stereotype for Halloween. All right? Y'all are aware of this particular viral video? As a matter of fact, release chat room martial law there, engineer. I mean, are y'all aware of this campaign? And, has a bunch of kids holding up pictures of white folks acting racist and other people dressed up as ethnic minority stereotypes. And it has a kid holding it up saying, this is not funny. This is not okay. This is not good. Well, yours truly brought that to light last week because, it frankly made me sick because I think that the whole concept of race is a primitive idea. I mean, until we relinquish our domination of these ridiculous notions that have caused nothing but habitual human strife. And I'm talking about race, I'm talking about religion, I'm talking about nationality, I'm talking about culture, I'm talking about political romanticism. We need to eliminate these concepts from human thought. And the sooner that these concepts are in the realm of antiquity, the better off world society will be. Because if you look at all these concepts, race, culture, political romanticism, nationalism, religion, they have caused nothing but habitual strife since the beginning of recorded history. Every single one of those ideas. All right? And this is why I basically clown this stupid, dumbass ethnic Halloween costume campaign, because who cares if people are dressed in ethnically, politically incorrect costume? Who gives a crap? All right? All right, as long as they're not out there like the Ku Klux Klan burning crosses in people's houses and all this other nonsense, as long as they're not hurting another human being or preventing another human being from, pursuing life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, well, then who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? Oh, look, somebody sitting over here calling me an anti-religious freak, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm the freak, huh? I'm the freak. I'm the freak, even though you people literally put your lives on the line for a book of fables, all right, that was reinterpreted by King James II, you stupid idiots, all right? I mean, the Bible that you idiots are all, it's Jesus. It's Jesus' word. It's Jesus. You idiots are reading the retranslated version that was brought forth to you stupid, mindless losers by King James II, all right? King James II reinterpreted the Latin versions of these Bible books, all right? And not to mention, he even left a few of those books out of the damn Bible itself, all right? He left a few of those books, like the book of Enoch, huh? I mean, can we go on? I mean, I don't want to get into a religious scholarly debate because I think religion's an idiot. All right, I think religion's stupid. It's pathetic. All right. Now, all you need to realize, I'm not an atheist either, assholes. All right, I'm not atheist. All right, I don't understand how in the hell you can make a religion out of not believing in religion. It makes no sense. All right, I'm not an atheist. I just don't believe all these institutionalized perspectives of religion, and I'm not going to be goofed out of my money so I can be putting it in the collection plate so that they can pay for the settlements of priests that are molesting children across the world. You understand that? I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, but the whole reason that I'm bringing this up, folks, is because we no longer need to acknowledge these old primitive concepts. They're primitive. Primitive man utilize these concepts so that they can dominate other primitive man. We don't need this crap anymore. We're living in modernity. We don't need primitive assholes sitting here trying to encompass dominion of the mind via religion. We don't need people segregating people into salivating tribes, skin tribes of nothing more than people that care about, hey, I'm this color of skin and you're not that color of skin, so I'm going to kill you. We don't need any more of this primitive crap. We don't need any more culture who's going to, raise societies into believing that, hey, if this person ain't down with us, you kill him. All right? If this person ain't down with what we believe in, you kill him. Or political romanticism, for Christ's sake. Huh? Political romanticism like communism and socialism. This idea that every human being is God's special creature. Huh? Because they were shitted out of a uterine canal, all of a sudden what we're supposed to take care of these people? We're supposed to house these people? We're supposed to clothe these people? For what? For what? I mean, even though they have no significance in our society, even though they want to make no contribution whatsoever, even though they just want to sit there and turn perfectly good food into shit, what, we're supposed to still take care of these stupid losers? Absolutely not. This is the contradiction within humankind today. The contradiction within humanity is of this warped, primitive idea that every human being is God's special creature. All right? Let me tell you who are the human beings that should be superseding the authority of all these stupid losers that are claiming to be the 99%. I'm talking about the capitalists. The purest form of capitalism, folks, will separate the weak from the wise. And those that are on the weak side don't always have to be on the weak side. Maybe that little strife that you witness and you participate in will light a fire in your ass, and maybe you'll get on the strong side. I mean, the bottom line is, folks, is that we need to allow individuals to be able to carve out their own destinies. We don't need governments dictating what humanity can and can't have. We need individuals making that judgment call upon themselves. And that's why I try to spark synapses in the brains of people throughout the world in hopes of getting capitalist ideas and capitalist systems and pro-capitalist people throughout the world in hopes of bringing about a global capitalist model that will allow all people to fulfill every need and allow all people to live in liberty. It will allow all people to pursue happiness, for Christ's sake. And the sooner that we have capitalists throughout the globe, the better humanity will be, the more productive we will be, and the more progress humanity will go into the future. I mean, what makes me sick is that each and every one of these so-called political and social models in the world today have humanity staying on this planet until the end of time in some sort of a utopian ball or something, all right? That's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it's going to be, all right? The bottom line is that we need a system that's going to catapult humanity at a rate that we had seen post-industrial revolution. All right? We need humanity to progress beyond this realm. We need humanity to colonize the moon, colonize planets, explore the space until the end of time. But no, look at us. We can't even stop hating on each other because of skin color, for Christ's sake. All right? We can't stop hating on each other because, my God's wee-wee is bigger than your God's wee-wee. I mean, we can't progress because, my culture is better than your culture, all right? My culture has better art than your culture, all right? My culture has better language than your culture. My culture has... shut up! All right? And the political romanticism and nationalism, too. That's another nationalism. It's like the people fighting for Iraq and Iran, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? I mean, these idiots are fighting for borders that were basically put forth by English during the Treaty of Versailles. Yeah. So all these people that are dying for borders that were, put forth by Anglo-Saxons in the Versailles Mansion, this is what these people are dying for, and it's trivial. It's stupid. That's why I do this broadcast, folks, because I want those that are intelligent people, those that are intellectuals, who understand the substance that I speak, on top of all the comedic stuff I do, but the substance that I speak. They need to realize that we can no longer play this charade. We can no longer play this charade that, we got to feed everybody, we got to clothe everybody, we got to house everybody. It's time for true capitalists to step up, and it's time for them to redefine the context of humanity. And the context of humanity is this, that we need to help facilitate the best of humanity, not sustain the worst. And that's exactly what we're doing right here, right now, in this current American system. We are sustaining the riffraff of society as they continue to breed. Meanwhile, we have the best of society either dwindling in mediocrity or leaving the country. And this needs to stop, and it needs to stop fast. Anyway, folks, we got about 20 minutes left. Let's go ahead and let's start some radio graffiti at this point in time. That's right. That's right. It's everybody's favorite time of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti. And for you folks that don't know what radio graffiti is, it's the time of the broadcast for you to participate. You just give me a call, 646-652-4869, and whenever I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that you have to say on your mind at this point in time. All right? That's right. It's radio graffiti time. And let me tell you something. When I call on your area code or your Skype name, be ready, ass clowns. All right? Don't be a Helen Keller deaf mute. Be ready, for Christ's sake. All right. Let's go ahead and start it from the top. 111 radio graffiti. You're taking too long. 817 radio graffiti. Taking too long. Sounds like you're in the tub, too. Malk Musin, radio graffiti.
School dropout, fuck. Ghost, you high school dropout, fuck. Ghost.
I can't understand you. Can you speak English, please? 404, radio graffiti. Another deaf mute there. 215, radio graffiti.
Ghost, can you pass me the cracker-ass crackers?
Yeah, shut up, you stupid cracker. The D000, radio graffiti.
Suck my dog stick. Suck my dog stick. Suck my dog stick.
I mean, that's creativity in America. Did y'all hear that? That's creative process in America right there. 781, radio graffiti.
Ghost? Hello?
Goodbye, you stupid moron. Plasma grenade, radio graffiti.
If I could find me a dog and turn him to a rat.
Jesus Christ. I can't even understand you, and secondly, that song sounded fruity. 720, radio graffiti.
Hi, Ghost. I just came by to tell you, suck my flank, suck my flank, suck my flank.
Are you kidding me? Suck my blank? I mean, what, do you got your mammy standing next to you, for Christ's sake? I mean, you can't say a curse word, huh? Are you in the house of the Lord, and your mom's like, you can't talk that way? Jesus Christ. Suck my blank. Huh? Yeah, a little straight edge, is that it? I hate straight edge pricks, you know that? I hate them, you know what I mean? I mean, how in the hell are you going to claim to be having such a great time when you don't have some booze or some kind of intoxicants in the establishment, huh? You know what this means? This means that they're banging and they're probably just shitting out children becoming breeders, all right? Hate straight edge pricks. 832 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. Hi.
Oh, hey, what's going on? It's Asshole. How you doing, man? Are you all right?
No, I haven't ate since yesterday.
You haven't eaten since yesterday? Are you kidding me, Asshole?
No, my aunt doesn't want to give me food.
Are you kidding me? This is not a joke. I mean, your aunt is really not giving you any kind of food whatsoever, man?
No, I swear. Like, I asked her for food, and she doesn't want to give me food.
Why
Not
isn't
even
she giving you food? I mean, she's your guardian, right?
Well, I don't know. My mom is not here, and my aunt, like, whenever I go outside, and she's like, "No, you can't go outside." I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh my god,
I can't
Asshole.
even. No.
I mean, this is horrible. I mean, I can't believe that your aunt's treating you like this, for Christ's sake. I mean, is there any abuse going on over there, Asshole? Because we need to know. I mean, this is sick, disgusting crap.
Well, my mom's boyfriend touched me.
Whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Your mom's boyfriend touched you? What the hell are you talking about, Asshole? Are you serious? I mean, this is not a joke. You're not prank calling. You're not trolling here. I mean, is this for real?
Yes.
Well, why aren't you going to the authorities, for Christ's sake? Why aren't you, calling the police, Asshole?
I'm scared.
What are you scared of? What are you scared of? I mean, let me tell you something right now. I mean, the police should be on your side, all right? I mean, they could be on your side right now, and if I were you, I would just call the police right now. As a matter of fact, they could actually pull up some of these broadcasts to show the amount of child abuse that's being projected at you via this aunt, for Christ's sake. I mean, you should be fed, Asshole. I mean, I know that maybe you're a little bit of a rambunctious kid. I know that maybe you're doing some bad things, but you're a young kid. All young kids do dumb things. I mean, seriously, Ash. I mean, what city are you in?
I didn't do no dumb things. My mom's boyfriend touched me. I was in bed, and he just came up and touched me. Like, he was like, come here, like, I have something to tell you, and he was touching me.
Oh my God, Ash! What city do you? I mean, I tell you what, I don't want to do this over the air right now. Tomorrow, Ash, you got to give me some information about you. I'm going to take care of this. All right, I'm going to take care of this, Asshole, because man, we can't allow a young kid to be deprived food, and on top of which, I don't like people who abuse children. I don't like people that abuse children, for Christ's sake. So, Ash, I mean, I'm feeling for you there, buddy. So, just give me a private message. Give me a damn an email, something. Because tomorrow, tell me what city you're in. I mean, tell me a phone number for your damn aunt, whatever the case might be. We're solving this tomorrow. I'm not kidding. All right? I'm not joking, for Christ's sake. You're damn right. Somebody in the chat room saying that I'm Charles Bronson. You're goddamn right I'm Charles Bronson. We're not going to sit here and allow a Justin Bieber look-alike Mexican kid to be deprived food, for Christ's sake. I mean, even if he is a little bit rambunctious, all right? Even if he is a little bit rambunctious in doing some stuff. We don't need this type of abuse. So, Ash, I'm sorry. I mean, you need to call the cops, son. You need to call Child Protective Services. You have rights, all right? There should be no reason why you're deprived food, for Christ's sake. I mean, what is it? A bean and cheese are only 39 cents, all right? Bean and cheese are only 39 cents, all right? So there should be no reason why this disgusting piece of vieja trash, is continuing to abuse you. That's horrible, Ash. I mean, it's horrible. Please, forward the information. If you're too scared, all right, If you're too scared, you forward me the information, and the True Capitalist will do something for you. All right, Ash? I'm not joking. All right? I'm not kidding. All right? I'm not going to allow people to be sitting over here abusing children, all right? Not at all. Anyway, and let me tell you something else. For that broad, that's the vieja aunt, all right? The vieja aunt that are out there, abusing this poor little kid. I mean, let me tell you something. You're lucky you're not in Texas. Because if you were in Texas, I would personally drive down there and get my pimp hand strong on your goddamn old vieja ass, all right? You understand that? I hate people that abuse children, all right? Especially old viejas that are shitting out children so they can get more money from the child support system and the government, all right? We're going to save Ash tomorrow, all right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to save everybody, spread it around the internet and throughout the world. We got to save this Justin Bieber Mexican kid. We got to do it, all right? All right. Anyway, let's continue going, for Christ's sake. I mean, we're in the middle of radio graffiti. It got a little serious there. Let's go ahead and continue going. Area code 334, radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, can you pass me a fruit bowl with those cracker-ass crackers?
You sick son of a bitch. 818, radio graffiti.
Yep.
You're waiting for an hour not to say anything, for Christ's sake? 520, radio graffiti.
I can't troll you after that awesomeness, man. I can't troll you after you're going to do something about Astro.
You're damn right. You're damn right I'm going to do something, for Christ's sake, all right? I mean, you have to understand, that's the whole reason why I'm doing this broadcast, because I want the youth of America to be better than these damn baby boomers. I want the youth of America to be better than Generation X. I want these baby boomers, or I want these young people to be better than Generation Y, for Christ's sake, all right? We need to help the young people. We need to help the young people, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to do whatever is in my power to help any young person that is in trouble, all right? Save Ashhole, all right? Save that young man, all right? Poor kid. 779, radio graffiti.
Herman Sherman Cain is an idiot, and he ain't no capitalist. Man. So much the bad.
Hey, how about if I give your number? How about if I give your phone number over the internet? How about that? And have maybe people that are... No, let me go ahead and give it out. 779... No, let me go ahead and give it out. 779-875. Should I give it?
No, man, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you better be sorry, you sorry sack of crap. Kiss my feet while you're at it, while you're saying sorry, boy. Kiss my goddamn feet, boy. Spit shine that shoe, boy. Spit shine that shoe. 305, radio graffiti.
Cause a capitalist wage, that was back in the days. So now I do rap and it pays.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit of a capitalist rap little verse there. Really appreciate it. 513, radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just got to know, how's your retarded slaves doing, you milky liquor?
Well, we couldn't understand you because you said it too goddamn fast and you sound a little out of breath like you're scared. But let me tell you something right now. If you were talking to me, I'd be afraid of me too. I'd be afraid of me too, for Christ's sake. Area code 516, radio graffiti.
Libya is the reason that Palestine should not get a state.
Okay. Burrito. 339, radio graffiti. We can't understand. You get a better phone, all right? Stop shopping at the Salvation Army, please. 503, radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. First time calling. I just want to say that it's weird that you said you watched Season 2 when you said you're not a brony.
I can't even understand what the hell you're saying. Can you, whatever you have in your mouth, can you please get it out, you oral fixated fruity-ass brony, please? Jesus Christ. 903, radio graffiti.
Yes, Ghost. I just had something to say about the Occupy Wall Street people.
Well, too bad, because they suck. 860, radio graffiti.
Hi, Ghost.
Bye. 818, radio graffiti. See, there's one of those goddamn remixes I'm talking about. You see? You know, that stupid, dumb Navy dumbass. This is what I'm talking about. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not a freaking ham bone. 571 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ with that damn vibrator. 971 Radio Graffiti.
Yo, comrade, how you doing today? It's Nikolai.
God, shut up, you stupid cockeyed Russian, for Christ's sake. I mean, don't you have a job? Don't you have something to do, for Christ's sake, like, making vodka out of damn unpeeled potatoes or some shit? I mean, get the hell out of here, you damn cockeyed freak show. Jesus Christ. Who else we got? 347, Radio Graffiti.
Salve, ego semper audebam tibi ludos et novi quos est.
I know that you got yourself Rosetta Stone and you're trying to show us how multilingual you are, but none of us really give two rat's asses, all right? So get off, stupid moron. 614, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I just got off the phone with Freightliner. They're going to put a tub in my truck cab. Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Here's tub guy, for Christ's sake. What you're gonna get a tub in your truck cab? Is that what you said?
Well, you told me to go out and capitalize, and I'm not using that disgusting truck stop shower anymore. So why not?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know, tub guy, you're a real sick son of a bitch. You know that? You're a real sick son of a bitch. 573 Radio Graffiti.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want Pet Man to stick his giant robotic penis inside my gaping butthole.
Oh, my God. You see, I was waiting for one of these fruit bowls to start creaming out of their damn pants about Pet Man and a potential robotic private part. I was just waiting for these fruity asses to start making comments about this crap. I mean, Jesus Christ. And you know the funny part about Pet Man? He sweats. Yeah, he sweats, for Christ's sake. So you know that this stupid fruit bowl is going to like some goddamn robot sweat dripping on his ass while that goddamn Pet Man is in back of him giving him about a 15.5-inch metal rod up his goddamn bionic fruity-ass colon. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. I got off a little keister there. I'm sorry, folks. 509 Radio Graffiti. I can't even understand you, for Christ's sake. 405 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Ghost?
Yeah, what's going on there, Fruit Bowl? 812, what's up?
I want your son to give me hand jobs.
You sound like you want hand jobs from anything that has a Johnson between their legs. Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti. Are you kidding me? A Footloose remix now? Jesus. 479 Radio Graffiti.
Save Ash! Fucking Obama!
Yeah, save Ash. I agree with you there, man. I mean, that's horrible what's happened to that poor kid. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, there's CNN breaking news about the Herman Sugar Cane accuser speaking out right now. Maybe you should take a look at that after the broadcast.
Yeah, well, I definitely will, because let me tell you something right now. I'm willing to put money on the line. Now, this woman that alleged this so-called sexual misconduct is probably your typical woman, trying to get ahead in life without actually doing the work. That's my opinion, all right? 440 Radio Graffiti.
Hello?
Goodbye. Exara Hawks, Radio Graffiti.
YouTube.com/ExaraHawks, Outlaws Forever.
Yeah, well, hopefully you have some piano stuff over there on that YouTube. 813, what's up? Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, I barely said that like 15 minutes ago. I barely said that 15 minutes ago, for Christ's sake, man. Look at you remixers. Jesus. Jesus Christ. I barely said that 15 minutes ago, for Christ's sake. sake, that's enough. I'm done with this crap, all right? As a matter of fact, let me take a couple of more callers here, because I do see some fans of the show. So let me go ahead and take the fans of the show, and then we're getting out of here, because you people make me sick. You know that? You people are really pissing me off. You don't care about this broadcast. Look at you. Look at you people. Look at you. Anyway, we got Orf, Radio Graffiti, man.
Hello, have you opened the Ghost Politics store yet?
No, I've never been there, man. Who else we got going on? We got Debbie Daly, Radio Graffiti.
Hey guys, just shouts out saying hi.
Hey, how's it going? We got Debbie Daly in the place. We got Reverend Poop Tickler, Radio Graffiti. Wait a minute. Hold on, you're not a fan. Get this out. Get him off, for Christ. He's a damn troll. Why the hell did you throw that out there, engineer? Jesus Christ. All right, I don't see anybody else out here that's a fan, for Christ's sake. I mean, the numbers that you're throwing at me, engineer, is nothing but a bunch of milky lickers, a bunch of jerk dicks that are out here trying to troll. And let me tell you something right now. I'm not going to sit over here and pussy pamper this crap any longer. I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? All right, tomorrow we're going to save Ash, folks. It's a Save Ash Wednesday. That's what it is. Save Ash Wednesday tomorrow. So mark your calendars and spread it around like wildfire, all right? We're saving Ash tomorrow, all right? We're making sure that this young man is no longer abused by his old vieja of an ad, for Christ's sake. So be looking forward to that. I'm out of here. Long live the capitalist movement, baby, and happy Taco Tuesday. Get me out of here,
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30 Central, or check out archive shows at blogtalkradio.com. True Capitalist Radio.
That's it.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including, what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.